Hey. Hey, I'm late tonight. It's my fault. I did it. It's me. Whew. What a day. What a day. What's up, Valerie and beautiful one? What's up, everybody? Come on in here. Come on in here. Raquel. What's up, Tanya? Lena, Kenyatta. Hey, Sharon. Lydia. What's up, Myrna? Cindy. Valencia. Abdul. We're going to church tonight, partner. What's up, Cynthia? How you feeling? Hey, Raven and Tanya. Sophia. Charlotte. Ebony, baby. What's up, Melissa? Rick Mario. All right. LDR. Lady Nari. What's up? What's up, Star? Willie. What's up, Willie? Angela. You loving on yourself, beautiful one? Hey, Linda Roxbury. Nelson. What's happening, champ? How you feel? How you feeling? Woo! Hey, y'all, first, I do want to apologize for being so late today. I just did my first shoot today. What's up, Sheena? What's going on, Sheena? Did my first shoot today. What's up, Peaches? Peaches. What's up, Peaches? Peaches. Yeah, hey, y'all, I did my first shoot today. I'm going to put a teaser on here for y'all. You have to go to my Instagram page. I got one for y'all, man. You are not going to want to miss this one, okay? You're not going to want to miss this one. That's right, Charlotte. Better late than never. Woo! Man, I'm telling y'all, I just hope y'all don't hate me after this one because I'm playing the narc on this one. Woo! I'm using all my experience on this one, y'all. Woo! Hey, Abdul, I got a whole nother series that I'm bringing out. Instead of just talking about it, I'm going to bring it to the stage. I'm going to let y'all see it acted out and everything. The narc, the roles that you've dealt with, the different things that you've gone through. You're going to get to see all of that. What's up, Robin? David, what's going on? Wow. What's up, Star? Hey, Charlotte, I'm telling you, you're going to be like, whoa, hold up. Oh, but a beautiful one. The craziness on this video, y'all. I'm going to put a teaser on here. You have to go to my Instagram page. It'll be up on my Instagram page by Wednesday. We got to just edit it, get it together. Y'all going to love it. This one's going to be serious. This one is going to be serious. Say, hold the phone, Sharon. What's up, Survivor? That's right. Hey, Survivor, you ain't never lied. And you know what, y'all? what Survivor is saying in a comment on here, that's really what my new series is all about. Go to my Instagram. I'm gonna have a teaser on it either late tonight or sometime early tomorrow. But you want to go on there, and it's really about how serious it is, how serious narcissism is, and it's really showing you what you went through was real. A lot of the abuse that we put up with it's like we don't really see everything that we went through. We don't see everything that we went through because when you're inside looking out, everything looks different. Everything looks different. Gosh, you're going to get to see a lot of the stuff that you're going to see, the manipulation and this stuff. I'm going to show you guys step by step, just the levels of manipulations, how a narc manipulates you. We're going to go step by step. Man, I'm gonna be bringing triangulation. I mean, we're going to be talking about the new supply. Whew, I'm going to tell y'all, we're already going towards the video for next week about the new supply. Y'all gonna want to fight some of these people on this thing, because we are coming with, I mean, we just bringing something new out. It's fresh, it's new. I mean, it's going to be different things that you guys saw, you guys went through, you lived through. So all I can say is, man, stay tuned. It is incredible what we got coming through here. What's up, Denise? What's up, Charlotte? God knows. There you go. What's up, Brittany? Alicia. Woo. Lady Nari says, just have a question about my narc. Talked about my dead relative who I was very close with. Forgiveness is important. It is important. I just need help. You know, I said this in a video of mine before, y'all. Don't think that the narcissist is going to do everything they can do to get you in that argument. You guys don't understand how important it is for that narc to pull you into that madness, to pull you into the craziness. You don't understand how important it is to the narcissist. See, if they're not able to pull you in, if they can't pull you into the craziness, then that means they don't rule over you anymore. Listen, guys, dealing with narcissism is all about rulership. It is a spiritual war that you're in. This is not about who can beat the other person physically. No, that's checkers. Fighting physical, that's checkers. Fighting for possession of who's going to control your mind, that's mental, that's spiritual. That's spiritual warfare. Okay? That's spiritual warfare. What's up, Myrna? That's spiritual warfare, y'all. It's spiritual warfare. It's not about, letting, it's not about that physical, who can beat who, whatever. That's physical. Nobody worrying about that. A narc really isn't worrying about who can beat who physically, as long as they control your mind. Pound for pound, day by day, it's the worst thing we come in contact with in our life. Hey, you ain't never lied about that, Charlotte. You ain't never lied about that. The worst. Oh, God knows says narc may go to jail for fraud and his third-party narc wife. Wow. Took all his money. He lost home, business, investments, and trying to bring his kids for me to care for them. Wow. And this is a married man? He's married to somebody? Wow, y'all. That's how they do. That's how they do. Aisha said, I was homeless 3 years ago because of my narcissist mom. Wow, lived in a homeless shelter. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. Survivor said, yes. Keep speaking the truth. Keep listening to the truth. And your minds will open up. Your hearts will heal. You will heal through the pain. Everybody, you're going to make it through this. You already made it through. You already made it through. You knew Sonia? Sonji? How you doing, Sonji? Welcome to the family. Welcome to the fold. Come on in here. See how we do it. We like to spread a lot of good energy. Okay. Denise Jordan said 13 months out and I still feel hurt. Okay. I want to talk to you. We're going to talk about that right there. We're going to talk about that, Denise. You know, you still feel hurt. You know why? I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why you still hurt after being out of it. First question is, are you no contact? Number one, are you no contact, and how long have you been no contact? That's the first thing I want to know. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put, we're going to do this real quick in here. We're going to do this real quick. Hey, Denise, I'm going to put the invite on here real quick, and I want you to come on in here if you don't mind talking about it. And we just going to go through a couple of things. We're going to go through a couple of things about why you're still ruminating about this over a year later. Okay? I just put the link in. So go ahead in there on that link. Go on that link and come on in the studio. We're going to talk about it real quick. One of the reasons that you're going to ruminate, people, after you have gotten out of this entanglement, one of the reasons that you're going to ruminate is because a lot of times we don't want to give up. We haven't given up on believing that we just went through what we went through. That has a lot to do with it, y'all. We don't want to believe that we went through this and that it's true. We don't want to believe that it's true that we actually went through this craziness. Okay? We don't want to believe it. And because we don't want to believe it, we tend to go and we will ruminate because we haven't given up. You haven't given up. Hey, what's up, Kathy Ogram? How you doing? Nakia? But if you haven't given up on your narcissist, if you haven't given up, y'all, you're not going to, you still believe that they possibly are a good person. You still believe that they possibly are a good person. Hey, Cheryl and Miss P. Excuse me. But that's one of the reasons that you're going to still ruminate afterward. Because you believe, or you don't believe that you just went through what you went through. And when you don't believe it, you don't accept it. And you haven't accepted it. And if you haven't cut them off, okay, there you go. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it with Denise real quick, y'all. We're going to take about 10 minutes in here. Okay? How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm doing great. I'm still dealing with some PTSD issues myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right. But I rise above it.
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep bringing it into my reality.
Okay.
So you said 13 months out, and you still hurting from it.
Yes.
What exactly are you hurting about? What is it that's bringing you the pain that you feel?
I'm still hurt about it because I truly trusted this man with everything. And I really did not believe that he was cheating on me until I actually walked in on him with another woman. And
And
I
so was
was
it
there.
at your home?
It was actually at, I'm gonna say it was his home, but it was actually our home together.
So I want to tell you this. If you walked in on him,
Hmm.
he wanted you to see that.
I'm sorry.
He wanted you to see that.
I think he did because he was just pacing back and forth when I came into the house. I just had a feeling something was going on because he wasn't acting right.
Yeah, yeah. He wanted to hurt you like that, you know. And one of the reasons that they do stuff like that is because he's feeling that you're on to him in a way where he doesn't want to explain anything to you anymore,
Right,
and he still wants to control you.
right. Well,
And
he tried.
he wants to hit you with something that hurts you bad enough. He wants to hit you with something that hurts you bad enough that it makes your knees buckle. That if you're going to take this, then you're going to take it without asking any more questions.
Hmm.
Okay, now, if you guys got to that point where you
Right.
broke up, how long ago was that before y'all broke up?
That was November 15th of 2019.
Okay, so y'all broke up right after that?
Yes, we did. Yeah, I
Okay,
don't deal with a cheater. He knew that. He knew that. I told him if you ever cheated on me, that would be it. He knew that.
okay, so this is the thing. Now, usually when you're in a situation with somebody in a relationship and you find out you got suspicions of him cheating,
Right.
that wasn't just that.
No, it wasn't. I think it
This
was a
way
week
before that.
before. A week before, I saw some things around the house that just, they just gave it away. I knew something was going
Well, even before that, you had some suspicions. You had some suspicions, or you seen things way before that week and a half before that. Because if he was bold enough to bring somebody in your house, he was doing other stuff long before that. That's
probably.
when they just fall out the sky with like
Right.
today. Oh my God, everything's been perfect here, and bam, you just fall out the sky with this. That's not how it works. It's a building process with the NAR.
Hmm.
Building process. So they're taking you for this ride, and he knew. First of all, one thing that they know about us as empaths is that we believe in our relationship and in marriage. And when you're married, that's something that we are all in with. So they can take us through a lot of different things when we're married to them. That's the reason why they want to marry us in the first place.
Right. And we were engaged. We was engaged for like 4 years. We was engaged to be married.
So
4 years.
he just felt at that point, he just felt like I got you. And here's an opportunity for me to grab some other stuff too. I got you. I ain't even worried about you no more. You ain't going nowhere. That's just how he felt.
Yeah, I believe
Okay,
it.
so this is the thing. When it comes to, well, let's just kick it out there with it. Your relationship with him, how long would you say before this did you stop trusting him?
About 4 years prior, when he cheated on me before, but he was talking to somebody, so he say.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked his phone and I saw the whole conversation.
So there you go. There you go. So this is one thing that I try to tell everybody. God is love, is trust. God is love, is trust. Whenever you take one of those out, none of the others are present.
True.
So you felt you loved him. You
Mhm.
still feel you love him.
Yeah.
Now I'll give you the benefit of being infatuated with him.
Hmm.
I'll give you the benefit of that. But the way real love actually works is it requires God and trust.
True.
They're required. There is no exception on either side. If you don't have God, you don't have love and trust. And the other two, they all work in unison with one another. You cannot have one without the other two.
That's true.
So Having said that, you still talking about how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's infatuation. You met somebody, you're infatuated, you like them, and you're trying to build with them, and you built a relationship. So as you built that relationship, you saw different things. Your spirit told you a long time ago.
Long time ago. Yep.
This ain't no good. This ain't for you.
Mm-hmm. And it was there. I think I was just in it for my own selfish reasons.
So there you have it. See, a lot of times we don't want to address the truth because the truth is kind of ugly to us. It's kind of painful, but see, guess what? That's how you take that stinger out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you take the stinger out when you just admit, you know what? I wanted this for my own reason because I knew I didn't trust him. I knew I didn't trust this person. I knew the whole time you were going against your own better self, your own better judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really where your pain is at. That's where the pain is at. Your pain actually lies right there in the betrayal of you not listening to your inner voice, your spirit. You're not listening to your spirit. Your spirit, God is talking to you, and you saying, come on, God, let me just do this. We're gonna be fine. I'll be the best person that he could possibly be with. So we're not gonna have to worry about this no more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not gonna work. As you can see, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter what you do.
It doesn't
work. That does not work that way. So now you're sitting back like you're trying to figure out why I'm still ruminating. Why am I still thinking about this dude every single day? Why does this hurt so much? Because you're not in pain about this monster you just got rid of.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the pain. It's kind of like if you put a cut on you got a paper cut on your hand,
mm-hmm.
but you put a Band-Aid on your elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still hurting. It's still hurting because you have not put the Band-Aid in the peroxide on the cut. The cut is between you and your spirit. That's where the betrayal went wrong. That's where the betrayal happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's that connection with you. And that's what self-love is all about. When you love yourself, your relationship with you should have pulled you. You would have been listening to your spirit. Your spirit was telling you the whole time anyway. This dude, we can do better. And your spirit is telling you, I got something better for you. Walk away from this. What? A lot of times we don't want to be patient. We got our mind made up, no, ain't no. I found one that was decent enough. We settled because you settled. You reduced your standard and said, you know what? I'm going to just reduce what I really know I want and deal with this because what I really want may not be out there, or I may not walk into it. I may not attract it to me. And the bottom line with that is it's as simple as, are you willing to do the work to attract to you what you want? That's all.
That's all.
That's all it is. You just sat there. I mean, at the end of the day, for you, you basically just said, you know what? I'm going to take this one on the chin. I'm going to go ahead and reduce myself to something that really is beneath me.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of loving on myself and saying, no, I'm not going to have a happy life with this person. You said, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and get married and we figure it out. And it would have been the worst that you can imagine what you would be going through right now had you stuck that out and just say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to marry this dude. And now I got to figure out, who he with on a regular basis. It would have just got more and more disrespectful. Because guess what? The person that he was cheating on you with, that's what they're dealing with now.
Yeah.
If they're still together. And the funny thing about it is, a lot of times we don't even see it, but the person that we caught them with, they end up not being with that person no more because the other person know the dirt that they was doing.
Yeah, they don't figure.
Like, ain't no way you're getting me in that mess. Hell no. No, you're not.
But he likes to manipulate people by taking them on vacations. We were supposed to went on vacation to Jamaica last December, but he ended up taking somebody else. I mean, I actually took time off from work and everything, and he took somebody else. And then he called the police on me, had me arrested. It was all charges was dropped because it was just bogus. I didn't believe the dirt that he was stooped that low to hurt me like that.
That's basic with them. That's basic with an art. That's basic with them. They do not care. That he did that to make the other woman he's dealing with feel like he wanted, because he's already telling her you crazy. Okay, he's telling her you crazy from the beginning. From the moment he meets her, he's telling her that you not this and so much this, and and then the crazy part about them is that he's flipping it around, because after you guys break up, then he's telling her how great you were at this and how good you cooked and how good of a person that you took care of your business affairs, and it's just a bunch of triangulation with them. But as far as how to deal with ruminating yourself, that's all about your relationship with you. Once you tell your mind, see, our mind in a funny way. You think that, the mind controls everything and it's making the best decisions for it. But it's not, because your spirit was telling you one thing, but your mind was saying something else.
And I went again.
And we can try this and we can make this work. We can try this, we can make this work, everything will be okay. Your spirit was saying, man, we need to not walk, we need to run out of here. And you followed what your mind was telling you. Listen to this up here, but this in here cannot tell you the wrong thing. It cannot mislead you. Your spirit cannot lead you in the wrong direction. It cannot do it. That's your connection to God. It cannot lead you wrong. Okay? And I can tell you one thing, your spirit cannot do that. So as it pertains to you feeling that rumination afterward, remember, when you actually go to, like, if you're sick, you got the flu or you got a cold, and you take vitamin C and zinc and those berries, berries that we take to get over it. After a few days, you start to feel better. You start to flush that sickness out of your system, because now you're putting the right things into yourself. The right things to get you out of the sickness is you to have you got to have a conversation with yourself. You got to have a conversation with self, and you got to take some time, go sit down in front of a mirror and apologize to the woman in the mirror. Apologize, because guess what? A lot of times we go through what we go through because we're holding grudges against ourselves. We haven't apologized to ourselves that we allowed ourselves to go through what we went through. And then we don't even forgive ourselves. Apologize to yourself. Forgive yourself. Tell yourself that you love you. You got to have a loving relationship with the woman in the mirror before you think about going out here having a relationship with a man.
True that.
What do you have to compare a relationship with your man to if you don't have a loving relationship with yourself? How do you know it's real love? That's why it's so easy for us to get out here and to get into a bad relationship, and we don't have anything to compare it to, so we're just sticking it out, and we're just trying to work it out, and we're just letting everything they do go, and we're just giving them another chance, and we give them another chance, and then they start crying and begging, and we're giving them another chance.
Yeah.
That's not a relationship. Giving somebody 200 million chances is not a relationship. Because guess what? I want to ask a question. I want everybody in on this one. How many chances did the narc have to give you? Huh? Because you wouldn't act right. Because you wanted to keep cheating. How many times did they have to forgive you for that? That's my point. They don't have to do that for you. You know why? Because that's not your agenda. You don't have an agenda to tear them down. Your agenda is to build one another up.
That's right.
That's your agenda. You want a loving relationship. You want to get in a relationship and, hey, look, it's holiday season. Honey, let's get our matching pajamas. Let's get our eggnog and the mistletoe. And let's we can play Christmas music and watch Christmas movies and do things like a family would do. Like when you grew up, when you were growing up, you were thinking, one day I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we're thinking. You know what the narc is thinking? Narc is thinking, they're going to creep out the house tonight so I can get with the other supply.
Yeah.
That's it.
Manipulation.
They're going to manipulate you on every single level that is possible. At the end of the day, when you're talking about getting better, you want the pain to stop. You want the pain to stop for real. Fall in love with you. I know it may seem like it's off topic, and that's how it really is with most people. Like, hold it. I feel this pain inside of me. What do you mean? We have never been taught to love ourselves. We've been taught that loving ourselves makes us selfish. That's what we actually have been taught, that you're selfish if you walk around talking about how you love yourself and you do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you really say you love anybody else?
That's true.
If you don't love you first.
That's so
So
true.
the point that I'm making and what I'm getting at is, when you want this pain to stop, start a relationship with you. Have a conversation with yourself where you confess what you've gone through. Take your power back.
That's true.
Take your power back. Number one, when you walk around pointing your finger at them, you point your finger at them for everything they did. Yeah, they did all of that, but guess what? They didn't have a gun to your head to make you stay with them the entire time. You decided you were going to stay in that soul. That's taking your power back. And that's how you apologize to yourself. You know what? I apologize because I knew I shouldn't have stuck with that.
Yeah.
And I apologize.
And I knew it. And I said it to myself. I should have been out. I even told him that. I said, I should have left your ass 4 years ago.
There you go. There you go. There you go right there. And that is why we don't. And it's like we want that pain to just go away, like just like that. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, we don't want, a lot of times we don't want to do that work to fall in love with ourselves, to have a relationship with us first. Having a loving relationship with yourself, I'm telling y'all that once you start loving self and have a loving relationship with yourself, you're going to require that from everybody else talking about they love you. See, we get all googly-eyed and you ready to get married and everything. Somebody just tell us they love us. They ain't showed us nothing. Ain't showed us nothing about loving us. But as long as they saying it, we believe it. Hey, you said it. It must be true. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not true, because if it was true, you would actually feel the exact same way like this person is doing for me, the exact same thing I'm doing for him. Mm-hmm. You would see it. It wouldn't be no push-pull, no struggle. Love does not work in that direction, y'all. If it's confusion, that's not love. I remember seeing a mom one day that said, when somebody really loves you, you know it. When you're confused, they don't.
That's true.
When you're still asking questions, they don't. That's not love. Love does not work like that. Love is a perfect gentleman. It's a perfect lady. Love is courteous, it's kind, it's beautiful. It's everything you want. Everything you want.
And I was all those things to him, but he wasn't those things to me.
And that's the point that we're getting at right there. But see, you got to flip that though. You got to flip that and ask yourself, Why wasn't you those things to yourself? Because when you're with a narcissist, you're doing things for them that you're not even doing for yourself. And they certainly are not going to do those things for you. Certainly are not going to do those things. You're not going to be the number one to the narcissist. You're not. You are absolutely never going to get reciprocity from a narcissist. You're not going to get it. If you're loving on them, no. And now at the end stage, you're trying to figure out, how do I make this stop? How does this pain? Because it's on your mind as soon as you wake up in the morning. First thing on your mind is this right here. How did this do this to me? So now you're running from energy. You're running from that energy all day. You're trying to occupy your mind because you get tired of thinking about it all day long, right? So one of the ways that I tell people, to help, one of the things that helps you with clearing your mind is creating positive triggers. Because you're dealing with a narcissist, your home, your job, and everything else around you has been filled with a lot of negative triggers. So now you have to build positive triggers. And that's why I said, when you sit down and have that talk with yourself in the mirror, the first thing at the end of that conversation, you're creating a positive trigger. The positive trigger is, I love you. You're saying that to yourself now. You're saying, I love you to yourself now. So that's going to be your first positive trigger. So every time you see your reflection, every time you see yourself, you give yourself a little love, because it's all about creating positive triggers in a world that's already created a lot of negative triggers. Because when you see somebody with the same car, same kind of jeans, same kind of shoes, it's going to trigger you. Different smells are going to trigger you. Different places are going to trigger you.
Yeah.
You have to create positive triggers. The first thing that you do in the morning when you wake up, the first thing that you're going to do in the morning when you get out the bed, before you open your eyes, first thing in the morning, you got to remember, I love you. You've got to tell yourself, I love you first, because by the time you open your eyes, he's already in there. He's already working on you for today, because he knows you're running from that energy. And the way energy works is it's going to chase you when it knows that you're running from it. In order for that energy to run from you, you have to chase the energy. You have to learn how to face the energy and chase it away. And really, that's simple. When he starts to come into your mind and, oh man, here we go. Because in the day you can be feeling good, and then they do something that triggers you, something that triggers you, and you like, whoa, what happened? What happened? I was just good, and now I'm feeling depressed again. I'm feeling down. Because something triggered you and you just don't know what it is. It's something around you that triggers. You saw, you smelled, or heard something.
A song, sometimes music.
Anything. So now what you want to do is you're going to, instead of running from the energy, embrace the energy. Embrace the energy. Don't run from it. He wants to come into your mind. Ask him. You want to occupy my mind? Okay, tell me why you can't stop cheating on me. Confront the energy. Just like that. Ask it a question.
Okay.
Is it possible I ever could have been happy with this? Have a conversation. You see, what the energy cannot do is it cannot chase you if you're not running.
That's
and
true.
The more questions you ask the energy, it starts to flee. It starts to flee. But it's nothing like starting your day out loving on yourself. You got to have a love session with yourself every single morning, every day. Find a flower, your favorite flower. You got to make your favorite flower a positive trigger. Find different things that make you feel good and turn those into positive triggers. Okay? Because with a lot of negative triggers around you all day, you're going to get triggered all day long. Every single day, it's going to trigger you. And it won't, as you can see, you saying 13 months later, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep on going every single day because you're running from the energy. The moment you start to turn that energy around, you'll see. But once you start loving on yourself, when you start getting up in the morning and really embracing happiness, really embracing the fact that you're not laying next to a lying, thieving, no good, cutthroat, cheating thief. Every day, you get to wake up and you can meet the man of your dreams because you don't have this devil over here lying to you, holding you hostage in something that he never meant to do right by you in the first place.
Right.
He did not have intentions on doing right by you in the first place.
You're right.
So start your days out with self-love. Self-love is not just about going and buying yourself something. It's about clearing your mind. Okay? Clearing your mind. See, and this, I'll tell y'all another thing. Your mind is a drug addict. Your mind simply wants to feel good. That's it. It wants that dopamine. Your mind wants dopamine, and it is willing to continue to deal with that snake because it just want to feel good for a minute. It doesn't care about the repercussions you're going to go through from dealing with this monster. Your mind just wants to feel good. It just wants to feel good. That's it. So that's why I say, don't listen to your mind. Listen to your spirit. Move with your spirit. Your mind just want to get high. That's it. And then by the time you go over there and make up with this joker, your spirit already beating you up. So your mind just, hey, I feel good right now. I don't care. But your spirit is saying, no, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you. Okay? No. So at the end of the day, it's all about loving on yourself. You cannot start other relationships till you have a connection, a loving connection to you. When you start a loving connection with yourself, you're going to forget that you were in pain. You're not going to remember. Once you block them on your social media, your phone, emails, whatever you can block them on.
And have.
Well, there you go. So you don't have to worry about seeing their name come up no more. You don't have to worry about that intervention right there. Cut that off and now work on you. It's all about raising your vibration. And the way you raise your vibration is simply by starting a loving relationship with yourself. It makes you stronger. It makes your mind sharper. It puts your mind in a place where it starts to see that, you know what? Yeah, I could do this, but it's going to be more painful if I do this. It's going to be
mad at myself because I allowed it to happen. I knew it was happening, but I was doing it for selfish reasons. I got used to it. Thinking he's going to change. He never changed.
You made a mistake. You made a mistake. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about building yourself up. It's all about building yourself up. Like I said, you're apologizing to yourself, but you're also going to forgive yourself. It's all about building yourself up. Do this every day. Do it every day. I guarantee you do it for the next week. You're going to notice a difference in how you feel a week later. Just simply by acknowledging your spirit. That's all. Acknowledging your relationship with you and your spirit. It's going to take all that craziness right on away from you. You'll see. Try it just 1 week. Do something different. Get a different result. You do the same thing over and over. You see you've been doing the same thing for 13 months. Ain't nothing changed. do something different and see how you feel just in a week from now. I'm telling you, if you do this for a little while, you do this for 30 days, you're going to forget that you were in something. You're going to forget about it. I understand. I totally understand how that obsession is, where you just feel like you're obsessing over this person and they're constantly in your mind. Again, when that energy is chasing you, embrace it. Don't run. Embrace the energy. Learn how to chase the energy away.
Yeah.
Don't let the energy just bully you. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and let us know how things turn out. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You are welcome. Thanks for coming through. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Love you back. Appreciate you. Hey, y'all. Look here. You know, well, man, Abdul in the house and Feminizer Slayer. What's up with you, Feminizer? Miss P, Survivor. There we go. Hey, y'all, look. You want to come on here for a minute? That's just Viv. You want to come on, Viv? All right, we're going to do one more before we get out of here, all right? I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to put it back in here one more time for you, Viv. All right, go into the chat. I just put it down there at the bottom. Hey, Feminizer, you know, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to make it all the way through. You know, I just got shook up a little bit. But hey, it happens. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. Well, it don't happen all the time, but, you know, some stuff, man, just be so crazy. You just be like, whoa. Come on in here, Viv. Yeah, come on in here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Come on in here, Viv. Push it on up. What's up, Portia? I see you in there. Carletta. Yeah, hey, look, Carletta, you know, they just want to see how we get out of it. They mad about that. Them knocks in here somewhere. I seen somebody say something crazy. Yeah, they in here. They like to watch too, because they know that it's over. You know, they know that it's over. Hey, Viv, just press the link. I put it in there for you. What's up, Zachary? What's up, Speedy? Hey, Latrice, you feeling the Facebook group? Y'all better get on in the Facebook group. We got Narc Anonymous 101. Narc Anonymous. Yes, indeed. Narc Anonymous 101, the Empath Tribe. What's up, Dime Peace? Miss B? What's going on with y'all? Where's my girl Viv at? Come on, hold up, y'all. I wanted to get Viv straight. I don't want Viv feeling like, you know, we don't want to answer her question. Come on in here, Viv. We're going to get it in. That's what we're here to do. Hey, Viv, I'm going to take one other person, and then we're going to bring you in, all right? All right, I'm going to get Harmony Scented. All right, Harmony, come on, let's try it out. Let's see what it do.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There you go.
Okay. So okay. This is just Viv. Okay. I'm driving, by the way. Okay. I'm driving. Okay. So this is. What'd you say?
Okay, that's all good. I was looking for you.
Okay. So I just recently got out of a bad situation where, like, my narcissist. I'm kind of nervous. But my narcissist or whatever, my guy that I was with, did a whole bunch of crazy things. Now he's in jail because he shot at the police. Yeah, he shot at the police or whatever. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he shot at the police, and like, I know I'm probably wrong for this, but I went on his Instagram and looked at his story, and his thing. Okay, so he seen that I looked at it and he blocked me. So in my head, I was like, okay, we're not getting back together, because I really did want to get back together or whatever. But literally, like 4 days ago, he freaking shot at the police, and now he's gonna be going to jail for like attempted murder.
Yeah, he probably life in jail for something like that, shooting at the police.
Yeah,
he's gonna get a long time.
Right. So now he's calling me and like help me, and I really feel so bad. Like, I really don't know, and I don't know what to do.
So
like,
now he's calling you and you don't know what to do?
I've been crying. His family basically said it was my fault, the reason why he's in jail, because so he had kicked me out a couple months ago. This was like in August. He kicked me out of my house and told me to get out or whatever. So my sister was like, you need to call the police. He can't be. And so I did. I really feel like I shouldn't have, though. But so I called the police, and they was like, well, if he don't answer the door and he took your keys, we're just gonna put a warrant out for his arrest. So like on the 15th of December, a couple of days ago, haven't even been a week yet, he what happened? He oh shoot, what happened? Oh, okay, so like, I guess the police scanned his license plate or whatever and was like, oh, we've been looking for you. So he ran from him. He flew from him. So after he flew from him, they were like, well, we already know who you are, so we're just gonna go to your house. His dumb ass went to the house. He went back home. And so when he went home, I guess he started shooting at them, and I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell happened, but I feel so bad.
So why do you feel some type of way then if he's shooting at the police?
Yeah, and they're making it seem like it's my fault, but I feel like it probably is a little bit my fault, because I kind of got the warrant on him, and the only reason why I even did that was because my sister said I needed to do it. And really, even right there, I don't know. And I just feel bad, because now I feel like he might try to kill himself or something like that. And I know,
hold up. First of all, anybody crazy enough to shoot at the police and the police are not shooting at you need to be in jail. Anybody shooting at police and police are not shooting at you, you need to be in jail. Okay? That's not somebody we want just walking around on the street, pretending to be some type of good citizen or something.
Right.
That's...
Don't mind me, guys. I know I look toe up. I just got off of work. I'm coming from the Bay Area. I'm in California. Sorry. But yeah.
No. We understand. But again, anybody that is, if he's willing to shoot at the police, could you imagine what he would do to you? I cannot imagine what he would do to you.
Yeah, he had already pulled a gun out on me, and I was like, dude, like, I felt like it was so weird, because it's like you pull a gun out on me, and then you love me after. You pull a gun out on me and make it seem like I did something wrong, but then you're like making it seem like I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't have did that. But I'm like, well, why did you do it in the first place? Like, why would you even do that in the first place? And now it's hard for me to sleep next to you. It's hard for me to sleep next to you because you did that. And then I told his dad, and his dad killed somebody when he was another reason why I feel bad too is because his mom didn't treat him right, and that's the reason why he's like how he is now.
My God. They got a billion of them. Listen. They got a billion excuses as to why they are the monsters that they are. All right? Whatever the reason is that makes him feel like he got to pull guns out on people, including the police, he need to handle that in a court with a judge and police. you don't want to be around no fool like that, because people who hang around people like that usually end up shot or worse.
Yeah, and I was thinking the whole time, I was like, he must want to die. I think he wants to die. I don't think he wants to be here. I was like, dude, I'm not no spiritual. I mean, I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't throw the Bible. So if I'm saying something about, dude, you're the devil or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
I really start to feel it. I was like, okay, so I tried to confront him, and I was like, hey, look, I think this is your problem, and I'm thinking that I'm over here trying to diagnose him like I'm a doctor, but I'm like, I think this is what your problem is, and if you find your problem, then maybe we can work on it. This all happened within
Right.
this is
But
super
see,
close. So, huh?
listen, this is the thing that we oftentimes keep doing to ourselves. We're trying to get somebody to see who they are, that knows who they are.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
Right.
He knows what he likes to do. He done hit you with the, I grew up and it was crazy and it was this and it was that. So now you feel sorry for him. And you still feel sorry for him. Listen,
Yeah.
every narcissist has that same feel sorry for me story. The answer is no. We don't feel sorry for you. No, I'm not going to stay here for this abuse. No, I'm not going to turn it into a statistic because you're crazy. Because you like shooting at people. Because you like shooting at police. And I don't care if your mama, your uncle, aunt, him, whoever saying you got something to do, whatever, ain't nobody. Did you put the gun in his hand and tell him to shoot at the police?
No.
Okay. So
And
I don't
now I feel like
you put a plate in that.
I might. And then I feel like I might be in freaking I probably shouldn't even be saying this because this is on air, and it's gonna get recorded. But now I think I'm in investigation. I'm not sure because of the shootout thing or whatever. I'm not sure though. But I left though. I left in October. On October 13th, I left the house. So they're like, well, she don't have nothing to do with it because she wasn't there. I took my name off the lease, and I already knew. I literally just talked to my mom and dad the other day because yeah, I live with my mom and dad now.
So there you go.
But
there you go. Back to safety. Yes, back to safety, and that's where you need to be. You don't need to be somewhere with some fool gonna be shooting at police. Listen. There's nothing normal about this story. Nothing. This dude is out chasing, shooting at police. He done pulled the gun on you.
Right.
How many signs do you got to see before you just hit all of them blocks? Everybody in his family and he know they all blocked.
And I did, but then I started calling to God, show me signs, give me a sign, and then I don't know, maybe I messed it up for my own self because the stuff that I was praying about. Because originally I had already said, dude, I don't want you, another girl, I was like, you're gonna try to talk to a girl that's maybe not 15, but 18 or something young, something young, so that you can try to break her down. Because a couple months ago too, in July, he was like, I'm trying to break you down, and I didn't know what he was talking about. But then when I left him, I feel like I knew what he was talking about. Now it's now this is what you meant when you said you were trying to break me down. I feel like my spirit is broken. I don't know if it's a soul tie. I don't know if it's my spirit. I don't know. And then it's so weird. I don't want no guys to touch me. I don't want. It's so weird. I don't want nobody to touch me. Sex is different. Sex is weird. I haven't had sex since I left him, but it's so weird, and it's I want to have sex with him still. It's weird. It's really weird, and I feel like.
Listen, what you really should start out doing is giving yourself a break. Start with just giving yourself a break and taking yourself into some peace. You're already with your mom and dad. That's a peaceful environment. Okay, you started right there. That's where you get this thing started at, and that's how you start to move in a totally different direction, because this situation right here is like, I mean, there's nothing normal about that. I don't want anybody to think that staying in that kind of insanity is normal. There's nothing normal about dealing with somebody who wants to pull guns out on you, police activity, then they're shooting at the police. No. There's nothing that exciting that you need in your life. You want excitement? Go to Disney World. Go to Disney World. Do something. But at the end of the day,
do you think that's what it was? You think that's what it was? It was the excitement about it? Because I honestly, I don't have really much excitement in my life. All I literally have is like literally I just go to work, and it's kind of like I don't feel like I also get blessed enough. But then again, I kind of did run away from God as well. I ran away from God because I didn't want to feel stupid, and I know this is probably stupid as well, but I knew that I was probably going to go back to it. So I didn't want to pray because I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to just feel like I'm praying and it's like, I told you don't do this. Because I had many, 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 many signs. Literally the first day, the first hour and 30 minutes that I talked to him, I seen a sign. Dead ass. I seen a sign, and I just ignored it. And then
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt you right there, because again, this is what I try to tell everybody. You knew, your spirit told you very early on. You just decided that, hey, listen, my mind is on drugs. It wants some dopamine. It wants to feel good, and this situation feels good. There's a part in this, it feels good, and you feeling like you're saving him from something. I'm gonna show this guy I love him, and he's gonna feel secure that I love him, and I'm gonna love him more than he's ever been loved in his life, and we're gonna have a great relationship. And you're wrong, because he's lying to you to trap you into something, and that's why it never works out. And that's how they pull us in. They pull us in with a lie. See, when you lie on an empath, we can't stand still with something like that. We gotta defend that. And when they build something on lies, it's gonna fall, as you can see. And this is falling into a direction where you don't need this in your life, because you're too young to start your life starting out in the police station, in the courthouse. That ain't where you start out at. It doesn't anything good or anything to for. And it's not going to you're out, he's in. Cut that part of your life off and thank your lucky stars. Thank God you made it. Thank God you made it through that. Because a lot of people have not made it.
I do thank God that I made it, but I just feel like I see that like he needs help. And I don't know why I feel like
he needs help, but you can't help him though. He needs help, but you cannot help him on that. You cannot help him on.
Because I would also tell him, like, you need to pray, you need to meditate. Because when I first met him, that's what I was doing. I was running, I was exercising, going to work, eating healthy, waking up early, and I just felt good. And so when I started talking to him as well, that's why I said I felt it and I clocked onto it and I was like, nah, dude, you got mad too quick. I don't even know you that well for you to get mad like you're getting mad. So I was like, I'm not talking to you. I blocked him. Call me. He hit me up 2 weeks later. I'm like, yeah. He hit me up 2 weeks later. I'm like, who is this? And he's like, oh, you don't know, da da da. So I'm like, okay, like I guess he really likes me, or I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. But I thought he really liked me. So look, this is how he loved bombed me though, because I literally remember every single day. Literally, I have Snapchat, so I go back and I see the days, and I literally remember the day how it played out. If we argued that day, I really felt like I should have been writing about it, but I didn't, because I didn't think anything of it. I didn't know. But anyway, he love bombed me by taking me on dates and stuff like that, giving me what I wanted. He gave me what I wanted. What else did he did? Like, he made it seem like, see, this, I need you in my life. You're so good. Like, and I was good. I'm a good ass woman. At least I think. I'm pretty sure I am. But
okay. There you go.
Yeah, and then and then literally in October as well, he went on a high-speed chase in my car. I just got my car back a couple weeks ago.
Bill.
He left me stranded in Nevada. What?
Worse. The story keeps getting worse, and I'm saying this. I'm glad that you came out. No. Give me 1 second.
But I really
glad that you are able to speak on this way, as passionately as you're speaking on it, because a lot of people wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But if when you see things like this, and all you're really saying is you kept going back, you kept allowing him to come back. He mistreats you. You kept allowing him to come back because, you're like, hey, you know what? He keeps calling me, and so he must be interested. He must really like me. Maybe I should give him a chance. When you're dealing with somebody at the very beginning of a relationship, and you see stuff like this, things that make you cut them off, and they need to stay cut off. Because see, that love bomb stage, it really ended right there. Now everything after that is just pulling you back. It's just pulling you in. That's all. That love bomb stage it's not as long as you sometimes think that it is. It's really not.
And let me tell you, all this stuff happened in 6 months. All this happened in this year. I met him this year. And I moved in with him literally within a month. He kept on trying to get me to marry him. But then I also seen stuff like, we also went to, like, in June, we went to Reno, Nevada. And we also went to, anyways, we went to Reno, Nevada, and he was like, did some weird stuff. And I was like, dude, you don't like me. You don't like me. That hurted my feelings. Because it's like, how it's like, well, it's like, I don't know, it just hurt my feelings. And it was like, wow, you really don't like me. Like, how could you just leave me? Like, it was just something that he did. And I was just like, wow. And then I told my nephew about it because I'm young and dumb and I don't know. He was 26, by the way. So, and I'm just like, so how?
Don't beat yourself up now, because that's not what this is about. It's going to be about building yourself up. It's about building yourself up, not tearing yourself down. I mean, you're young, but at the end of the day, I'm positive you've learned something through this experience. You know what I'm saying? And, you cannot just, when you see these red flags, people, at the beginning, don't let somebody just, because they make you feel sorry for them, that you're going to just spend your life in that craziness that doesn't get better. And you can see right now, it started off kind of crazy. And now look where you guys are. Imagine where you'll be in a year if you stay with this guy. If you made it a year.
Right.
So that's how
another thing too, And another thing too, I also said that I feel like narcissists have a pimp mentality, because I also seen that he was trying to make me like prostitute for him, and I was like, I don't do that. I don't do that. Like, I don't have sex for money and stuff like that. So don't judge me, you guys.
So that's my point. No. It's no judgment. It's no judgment. I mean, it's no judgment. I look at it as, look, that's what these type of people are about. And see, the thing is everybody isn't exposed to that level of narcissism, but that's a little psychosis mixed in too, because, that dude is crazy for real. Yeah. Yeah, he's crazy for real. But the thing about it is he has a lot in common with things that a lot of us have gone through. A lot of us have gone through. But hey,
I didn't know people like this exist. I'm such a good person that I didn't know.
Hey, listen.
I was in a relationship for 7 years to my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know people like this existed. I didn't know people like is they're destined to fucking try to rip you down. Oops, my bad. But no, it's they're trying to rip you down and tear you down, and I'm just like, why are you doing this to me? I treat you so good.
Yes, that's the intention.
So good. I even tried to redirect how he would think. Like I would try to listen to educational stuff. Like stuff like that, so I wouldn't trigger nothing in his head and everything like that to start thinking like bad or trying to do bad stuff. I would listen to you. Yep. I was like, yup. I put this on my Snapchat because I didn't want to forcefully throw it in his face, but I put you on my Snapchat. This was like in
He ain't listen to that.
September.
He ain't listen to that.
September.
He's like, what is this? I said, he
probably just skipped through it. But the fact that it was a man on it, he probably was like, what the hell? Why is there a man on her thing? And he was really jealous. Like, it's so much stuff. I could really write a book, and I just wanted.
And you should. And you should turn around.
Because I feel like I'm the one. He's acting like he's the he's acting like he's the victim in his family. And I'm just like, you guys, why are you guys acting like I'm the one? And I have not ate for 2 days. I've been at work for 12 hours straight for the past or whatever, and I have not ate. I have not drunk water. I started getting, I don't know, but I'm just really going through some stuff, and it's just, and then I don't know, I don't even know, so I'm just trying to understand it. I feel like I want to help him, and then it's like,
no, you got to go no contact. Okay, you got to go no contact all the way in. Okay, you got to start right there. Hey, listen, I got a couple of other people to bring in here. I thank you for sharing that with us. But you know what you got to do already. Okay, you know what you got to bring in there. You know what you got to do. So, you do the right thing. Cut this foolishness out of your life. Cut it completely out. Okay? We don't want to hear about you going somewhere.
So you don't think he's gonna change, right?
Huh? Say that again. I can't hear you.
I said you don't think he's really not gonna change. He's not gonna change.
Change for the absolute worst.
He's really not gonna change.
He's gonna change for the worst. He'll change, but it's gonna get worse. Not better. Not better. It is not gonna change for the better. Okay? Remember that. Remember that. All right? Hey, listen. Thanks for coming out. And no contact. All right? All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Okay. So, okay, Shanika. Listen, I just put the link. Oh, okay, Sheree Bay. I'm gonna put Sheree in there. Okay, I just put the link in there for you, Sheree. Okay. Oh, you want to vent? There you go. I'm gonna let y'all vent it out tonight. All right, we're gonna talk with Shanika first. Okay. Shanika, you in here?
Yes.
What's going on, Shanika?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Sheree, thank you. Appreciate you. Shanika, you jumped out. What happened to you? Uh-huh. 30 Lacy Fool. Appreciate you. Mwah. I appreciate everybody that wanted to send me a little something. Okay, there you go. Nigga, what happened? You wanted to jump out?
I don't know what happened. I guess it just cut off. But anyway, a little back history about my narcissist. I'm gonna call his name because like I'm not scared of him no more. I'm over it. So his name is Eugene Carl Curtin.
Oh,
He's from New York City.
don't say his whole name in
He's from New York City, but he stays in North Carolina. But when I first met him, everything was cool. And the crazy thing is, I was knowing him for like 15 years before we even decided to be in a relationship or anything. So, long story short, we got into a relationship and everything was good for the first 3 months. But after that third month, and I'm talking about we just started dating February the 14th of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, by I want to say May, I found out that he was married.
Hold it. You was talking to this guy for 15 years and you didn't know he was married?
No, we were friends for 15 years and I didn't know he was married.
How could you not know if y'all was just friends?
I asked and he always told me, he was like, no, I'm not married. You know, even my best friend, because my best friend and my sons, because I have boys, but my best friend and my boys or whatever, and him, they all go to the same barbershop. So that's how I met him, going to the barbershop to take my kids in there to get their hair cut.
Okay.
So my best friend would always tell me, like, yeah, he's married. Don't believe the hype. And I'm like, nah, he say he not, you know. And he was like, I'm trying to tell you, but if you want to go ahead and give it a try, he was like, go ahead and try.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, we end up talking. Boom, fast forward. Out of nowhere, things started getting bad. Like, and mind you, okay, I'm 31 and he's 58. So we have a 27-year difference between us two. So I'm thinking because he's older, he's gonna be a good man. He wasn't a good man. So long story short, fast forward to now. He on September the 11th, he beat me bad, choked me, attempted to kill me, all while my 13-year-old was watching.
Okay. All right.
And the situation is now I'm having problems with my 13-year-old, and I've been praying like. When I tell you I've been praying hard because my 13-year-old, if you knew him, he's not even that type of child. Like, he's so well mannered. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Believe in opening the door for older people, helping people carry their groceries, giving back to the homeless. Like, that's how I raised my child. But now I'm starting to see certain similarities. You know that the ex guy that I was talking to had, like.
Mm-hmm.
He just a couple of days ago, he just put his hands on me for the second time, and it was to the point where I had to call my brothers and my mom and my family just to pull all my family together to have everybody talk to him and let him know, like, this is not the way to go. And when I asked him why he did it, he was like, well, Mom, you know, the day that he almost killed you, you know, I was watching. And he was like, I just want him to suffer the way he made you suffer. And after he almost killed me or whatever, I was still, after that fact, I was still dealing with him. And the last and final straw was, I don't know if you ever heard of gaslighting, but he was always gaslighting me, making me feel like what I knew was real wasn't reality. So he had my mind like really messed up. He was playing real bad mind games. So long story short, I ended up having a mental breakdown, taking some pills, trying to take my life because he had me feeling like I wasn't a good mother. I just wasn't a good person. Like everything that I brought to the relationship was wrong. It wasn't right. So I ended up going to a mental hospital for 9 days where they kept me, and I had to start a series of different medicines and everything to get myself back on track. And I say all of this to say, when I was in there, I was determined. Like I was determined to not come back out to him because I knew I knew what landed me in there, and I knew, what I would go through or what would happen to me if I went back.
Mm-hmm.
But my question to you is like, what I worry about is because he stays 7 minutes down the street from me. He's blocked on every, my phone, email, everything. I blocked him on everything. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'm worried about now is because I know he's blocked. I know how controlling and possessive he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I worry about him trying to come back. And I know eventually that is going to happen. And I'm not really fearful, but I just know that it's something that I got to watch out for because, like, when I tell you it was a lot of trauma, it was a lot of trauma. Like, it got to the point where I didn't even remember who I was anymore.
Hey, Shanika, that entire story is unforgettable. You're talking about somebody abusing you on that level, and I would strongly suggest you stay in therapy. You continue to see your therapist to help you through this. And I would suggest that you get therapy for your son, because you got your whole family watching this crazy devil right in your house, somebody who would beat you up in front of your child. Did you get him arrested for that?
Yep, I called the police, and that's not even the first incident. That's actually the third incident, and that was the last incident. I didn't know that I was pregnant by him. I was carrying a set of twins, and he beat me so bad. He beat the babies out of me. Like I miscarried and everything.
Okay.
I still, I
That's
still went.
just too strong right there. I mean, and he's still right down the street from you.
He's still right down the street, and it's crazy because, like down here in North Carolina, the police was because he stays in the okay. So I stay under like public housing, and he stays in like a richer neighborhood, like middle class, or he's kind of like he makes 6 figures a year. He's making good money, but it was like the police wouldn't even go arrest him because they didn't want to embarrass him. But you embarrassed me by coming here.
Hold.
And it was just crazy. So long story short,
you gotta press charges on somebody that does that to you. Any type of abuse, threat of abuse, that is abuse.
Yeah.
Abuse. And you cannot see it any other way, because what are your children going to do if you're not there to raise them and take care of them?
Listen, they wouldn't really have nobody because my mom, she had him while I was in the mental hospital, but even then, like my 5-year-old, he was on a virtual learning. He broke his computer because I wasn't home. My 13-year-old, he was going through his issues. My daughter, she was just
Where you have it. That's what I'm saying. Your entire family falls apart just because you're dealing with this dude. You're getting nothing good out of this. Nothing. You're getting abused for the possibility that he could not be the devil he's shown you he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I would get a protective order against him. If he lives near me, I would get a protective order against him every single year. And don't play about stuff like that. You cannot allow abusers to just come and abuse openly. No, that is not something that anybody should advocate. Nobody. I don't. I advocate people keeping their hands to themselves, and we got to respect each other. Once you cross the line, you start threatening and, you start grabbing guns and stuff like that, then it's all bets are off at that point. That's abuse. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from anybody. That's abuse. So I say to you, just continue, go through therapy, get your children therapy from seeing that craziness. You got to get your family into some type of therapy to get help from a situation like that. You can't just go out here and think you're going to be normal and your children are going to be normal and they just watch somebody try to kill their mother. No, that's our biggest problem right there. We just want to run around here like it's nothing wrong with people violating us and we don't need help after that, because we do.
Yeah.
So That's what I strongly suggest that you totally cut this fool out your life, keep him out your life, get you a protective order in case he gets bold enough to come around there another day or whatever. But no, you definitely cannot do anything like that. Hey, listen, I got a couple of more people I got to get to. Thanks for coming in here and sharing your story. And I'm hoping that's helping somebody else who's on the fence about something like this. Call the police. Get the courts involved with people. And when it turns physical and it turns into physical abuse, you need to have you gotta have somebody else involved in this. You gotta have people that can deal with that. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Where you at, Sherry? Sheree Bay, where you at? Hugs for humanity. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Yes, indeed. Come on, Sheree. Stop playing. We're going to get this right. We're going to get this right. People, it is no excuse. You hear me? There is no excuse for somebody beating up on you. None. None. There's no excuse for you to be going through this now. If somebody's attacking you, that's different. That's completely different. But when you're dealing with a relationship and somebody pulling guns, somebody want to fight, and all of this craziness, no, that's not what we're here for. That is not what we're here for. And that's unacceptable. Where you at, Sheree? Oh, my fault. I'm putting it in there one more time. I promise her. What's up, Leah? Adrian, Coban. There you go. There you go, Sheree. I just put it back in there. Oh, wow. Hold up. Uh-oh. My internet connection crazy. There you go. It's in there now. Whoo, wait. See everybody? Come on, Sheree. I just put it in there for you. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right. Thought I wasn't going to bring you in. Catch. There
Can you
go.
hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, so let me start with I've been dating this guy for 2 years. And when I met him, before I met him, I already had 3 kids. My oldest is 12, my middle child is 10, and then my youngest son is 4, who was 2 at the time when I met this guy. When I first met him, he was nice. He seemed a little pushy though. Like, he kept trying to say, like, you need to trust me. You need to trust me. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know you to be trusting you like that. Like, he wanted to move so fast. And so I said, like, I'm not, I just got out of a relationship, a really long relationship with my kid's father. And I just wasn't in a space to really date again. I was just like, I'm just going to take it slow. We'll talk. But I just felt like he was just trying to force this relationship on me so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward around the 3rd or 4th month, like, what I noticed about him in the beginning? So, okay, let me back up to where I met him. So I braid hair on the side. Mm-hmm. And I was doing his cousin's hair, and so that's where I met him. So he asked his cousin for my number, and she knew, like, I wasn't really trying to date or nothing. So she was like, whatever, if you're not gonna play games, I'll give her your number. And so she ended up giving me the number, and we ended up talking. Fast forward, like, 3 to 4 months later, I noticed that, like, he kept hinting at, like, oh, I need some money, but not directly asking me. but he knew, he knew I had a good job or whatever. So I just noticed like he just kept asking me like on the low for money. And I'm just like, I started liking him. So I'm like, you know what? Let me throw him a little couple $100s. So I did. He took it, whatever. Fast forward, the asking amount kept getting bigger. So he's a truck driver. So then he like, oh, I'm trying to be a owner op. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's invest. Cause now this time I'm hooked. Now I'm like, all right, I'm trying to be with you. So what we got to do to get you up and running? Mm-hmm. I gave this dude $15,000 to help put down towards his truck. Now, for anybody that knows about trucking, that first year, you won't take a loss. He was losing money after money. And at this time, I'm like, yo, I don't really know you like that. So I kind of need my money back or whatever. So eventually he ended up paying it off. But what I realized is when I stopped giving to him, he started to get like irritated with me. But I stopped giving because I felt like I kept giving and it wasn't being reciprocated. Fast forward. I have a very cordial relationship with my ex, which is my children's father. That's how I grew up. My mom never displayed any hatred towards my father. And so I don't do that with my kid's father. Our relationship is very cordial. We get along. We co-parent really well. Even like if there's like a family party, he may stop by. Hey, everybody. I've known him since I was in middle school. I'm 30 years old right now. Mm-hmm. So, my ex, this guy just doesn't understand that. He like, why he showing up at the house? He don't need to be pulling up in front of the house and come get them kids. You need to be meeting him at Walmart. I said, Walmart? He could come get his kids? You don't pay no bills in this house. And so when I realized, I'm trying to go, like, I'm asking him like, all right, you want me to cut everybody off? Because now I'm about to, right? So I'm about to be like, all right, I'm gonna cut everybody off to make you happy. But then I'm like, I'm cutting people off that are meant to be a part of my children's lives. You want me to cut this dude off? You want me to cut their father off and the grandmother just to make you happy? I'm not doing that. So then he noticed that, I wasn't listening to him. Mm-hmm. And so my son, my kids call their father daddy. He like, don't do that in front of me. That's their dad. What else they supposed to call him? So then fast forward, I go home for the holidays. I'm at my mom's house for the holidays. I live in Georgia, but my family lives in Jersey. So I came to Jersey to bring my kids here for the holiday. And he has an issue with it. He like, oh, you just out there. You just want to go sleep around with your ex. I'm like, dude, this is where I'm from. I'm spending time with my family. And so he has argued with me since I've been here. Fast forward, I stopped giving into the arguments. I'm like, you know what? That's my kid's father. You can't come between that. And I'm not going to let you come between that. Right. So he like, so then he's like, if you didn't, he telling me he hope I die. He hope I get AIDS. I'm like, hold up. You was just lit. Like, how did this go from us being all in love to now you hope I die, you hope I have AIDS, you hope, you tell me that my kids need to be taken by defects and all this other extra stuff. And I'm just like, dude, something is really wrong with you. So then I decided to go no contact. I said, I'm not going to contact him, whatever. Something in me gave in. I made it to day 7 and I'm like, dang, I really miss him. Let me call him. I'm thinking I gave him 7 days, to cool down because I'm not angry. I'm very forgiving. So I'm like, I gave him 7 days to cool down and I reached out to him. It was the same old. He's still lashing out. Whatever. Cut it off again. Go another 9 days, no contact. Reached out today, which was today. Hey, I don't want to be at odds ends with you. I don't want to be beefing with you or whatever like that. Like, what's going on with you? Now I don't trust you. I can't be with you. You out there just doing what you want to do. And I'm like, what am I doing? After you done told me you want me to die, he told me go get in that car and drive that car into a river. Like, and I just felt like it was just so extreme for somebody who love bombed me in the beginning. It was just really confusing to me. The whole situation is super confusing to me. Like, he wants me to be to listen to everything that he says to me. Like 2 weeks ago, and what I also noticed about him, he's very jealous. He's a very jealous person. 2 weeks ago, I got a raise and a promotion. 3 months ago, I graduated with my master's. He wasn't celebrate. He didn't want to celebrate. He don't want to talk about my accomplishments. Nothing. Like everything is just, oh, all right, good job. And then he want to brush it under the rug, and then that's it. He don't want to talk about it. He don't want to celebrate. None of that. And I just feel like, damn, like, I helped you get you where you wanted to be. But as I'm progressing through life without your help, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to celebrate it. It's just like you hating on me. And I hate to say that about somebody I love, but that's how I feel, and the more I accomplish, the angrier he gets with me. Then he was telling me, oh, you a bum. You basic, you broke, all of this stuff. He's telling me all of this stuff after I already helped him, after I already invested in him.
You gave him 15 G's and he said
cash. I gave him $15,000 cash.
So the moral of this story, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do, no matter what you give, it's surely not appreciated.
Right.
It's going to be used against you later.
Right.
Now, a bum gave you 15. What?
And he told me, he was like, you don't do nothing for me. And I'm like, dude, I give you 15. Oh, back up. His dog died last year. So he's a truck driver. He, always complain, oh, I ain't got nobody on the truck with me. And I'm like, I can't go on the truck with you. I got a job. So, me being me, just stupid, I ended up buying him a French bulldog.
Don't say he's stupid. Don't say he's stupid.
I bought him a French bull after the $15,000. Bought him a French bulldog.
Frenchie?
$4,200.
A Frenchie is a very expensive dog.
$4,200.
A Frenchie?
And I'm just dashing money. And then you know what I've noticed about me? That's my love language. And he took advantage of that. He took advantage of how I show my love. Because then he turned around and was like, you still don't do nothing for me. He was like, well, I make enough money now. I can give you that money back for the dog. And I'm like, the money is not even the problem. Like, it was just how I was showing my love for you. But, and that was wrong. That was wrong on my behalf, because I cared about him, but my kids don't really care for him though. Like, they don't really care for him, especially my oldest. And my oldest is 12 years old. She said to me, he's not, verbatim, she said, he's not a man of his word. She said, Ma, he is not a good role model. He's not a good role model for my son. And she said, he's not a man of his word.
Wow. 12 years old.
12 years old.
And she recognizes that at 12.
As well.
So what's up with y'all right now?
Oh, I got cursed out, cut off, blocked. We ain't nowhere. Cause and then that's the thing. I'm stupid. So I keep calling because now he got me like, I guess I'm feeling like, what the heck did I do? Like, I keep calling.
Well, this is the thing. What he just ran a little scam on you called a double reverse. Mm-hmm. So he made you think after you doing everything for him, he threw it out there like that's nothing. Like he's ever been treated like that before, right. Better than that before. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nothing. Oh, I can give you that money back. He ain't give it back. Okay. Always look at the facts.
Right.
They're gonna talk big. They're gonna talk like they're gonna do this and that. And I ain't worried about this and that. After you done went out here and spent $20K on this fool. Now,
and then some.
Exactly, because I'm positive it didn't just stop right there.
Mm-mm.
And he's just like, oh man, don't nobody. So he's beating you down, and he's been beating you down from day one because he needs you on the ground. He needs you face down, so you can only see what's on the ground, low vibrational. He cannot go up into a higher elevation and deal with anybody on that level because he's not mentally on that level.
Right.
So he got to pull you down. He got to pull you mentally down where he is. And now that he's done that, mentally, you, like you just said, like how you feel about yourself, that's not who you are. That's not who you are. Don't even speak that on yourself.
And so he kind of
hold up 1 second. I'm gonna let you talk again. Right. But the trap that we get in is you're listening to this guy. He's chumping you.
Right.
All he's doing is saying, no matter what you do, I'm going to undermine it. I'm not going to give you no credit for that, because he knows you just want some validation for what you did.
Right.
You just want him to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see that smile on his face.
Right.
So you're willing to sacrifice way above and beyond what most people would sacrifice just to show this guy you got his back. You're
Right.
all in. Listen, bro, I'm all in.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he's showing you, he's taking your money,
Mm-hmm.
and he's running off, showing off for other people that ain't on your level.
Right.
He probably running back to some mess.
Mm-hmm.
And straight, like, he playing big Willie with your money,
Mm-hmm.
your influence,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's triangulating them with what you're doing for him. Because now he can actually go back to old supply and tell them, no, I got somebody, she did, I needed 15 G's for such and such and such, and bam, it was like the next day,
Right.
Now he has it in his arsenal to be able to say somebody's actually did something like that.
Right.
Because most women are going to think, oh, please, ain't nobody gave you no 15 nothing cash and then bought you a French bully and you got papers for it.
Yeah.
Please. No. So he just puts you in a position where everything that you do always going to still turn back into you not doing enough.
Right.
Yeah, you did that. What you want me to give your money back? He going to play you like.
And then I'm so prideful. I'm like, no, you ain't got to give it back. I wasn't saying that. But I'm all prideful. Like,
he knows that. He knows that.
Yeah, I know.
He's just playing the fiddle right now. He's just playing the fiddle, but you dancing to it.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, when you handed that dude that money, when you handed him that money, you knew at that very moment that was a bad move.
I did.
You knew at that moment it was a bad move, and you handed it to him, and you almost just thought to yourself, like, wow, did I just get $15,000 in cash? Ooh,
and it made me so sick to my stomach. And so that's why, I'm calling, like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And so another reason, like, we had a falling out is because, for one, if you put 2 and 2 together, when I said my age, I had my first child at 16. So I've been a mom pretty much my whole life. And I have 3 children, but to my ex, we have 3 children together, but I was never married. This dude doesn't have children. He's 30 years old as well. He doesn't have children. And so he was like, well, I want a kid. I said, well, I need to be married first. I need to see some commitment. You want a kid? I'm going to need to see you working. I'm going to need to be in a household with you. And when I say these things, it's like, okay, the bells don't ring in his head. He like, well, I'm not ready for that. You're not ready for that, but you're ready for a kid because you see how I take care of my children. And it's like, I told him, you giving me baby daddy vibes. You want to trap me because you think that if we have a kid together, that's going to be your way in and indefinite amount of money. Get out of here. So
and that's all it is.
Right. And that's why he like, oh, well, I'm going to go find me a female that ain't, I'm going to go have my own family. I said, well, you go ahead and do that, but I'm going to need my money back.
Whoo. Yeah, he is selling it to you.
I know.
I ain't lying. He is selling it to you. And see, this is the thing that a lot of times I think that women feel that I have a child, so, or if I have more than one child, I might not be able to attract the guy that I really want.
Yep, and you be over here putting up with anything.
And you meet these jokers who ain't no good, and then you just putting up with whatever.
Yeah.
Listen. I want to say this for the ladies because I know everybody tripping off that other video that Saul did because he said it. You got kids, you got this. Listen, at the end of the day, the thing that's going to determine who you're going to be with is you.
Right.
Are you willing to do the work for what you want? The type of man that you want wants you.
Right.
The type of man that you want wants you. But it's always going to be about what level you're vibrating on. The man that is vibrating on the level that you want to vibrate on is right there waiting for you to get there. And for you to just take this and let somebody just use you as his punching bag, because that's all he's using you for. He's taking your money, and he's using your money to put him on a pedestal for other women.
Right.
This fool ain't out here doing, oh my goodness.
I know.
He's using your money. So he's using you as the prop to elevate him, to make him feel like, hey, I can go out here and get any woman I want. You got this dude feeling like Superman.
I do. And the crazy part about it,
look at what he got you feeling like.
That's why he don't want me around my family. So I live in Georgia, but all my family live in Jersey. So that's why he gets so mad when I come home, because everybody talks sense into me. So he tries to keep me away from them so that he could just, I know.
He knows that people that care about you.
Right.
See, the one thing that I do respect about women is that when y'all see somebody that ain't about nothing,
we date their potential.
Get in each other's ear. Y'all quick, hold up. See, all your aunts and your cousins, they see this fool and they like, who is this? And what are you doing with this fool?
Right.
This dude is not on your level. And he already knows that when he comes around a different class of people, that he's not in his league.
Right.
He already knows you're not in his league. That's why it's so easy for him to just put you down like he does.
Right.
He knows he's not on your level.
And that's what so many people say.
But listen, he also knows that you don't know what level you're really on.
Right.
And your boundaries are incredibly soft or non-existent because you're letting him pull you away from your loved ones, your family. He's going to isolate you so that you're not having all those conversations with your mother, your aunts, your cousins, and different people.
Right.
So when you're doing that, when you allow them to isolate you and put you somewhere else, now you're just right there for them. When they isolate, that's what animals do in the jungle. Mm-hmm. They want to isolate an animal so they can attack it and kill it.
Right.
And that's the exact same process that he wants to do with you. He wants to isolate you. And after you're isolated, now I'm going to break you down mentally. Because after your mind goes, everything else is just going to follow. He already beat your spirit down. You're feeling less than about yourself.
And that's what happened. My children, when it first started, when the abuse first started, because he's never physically abused me, but mentally, I was devastated. Like, I was devastated. It came left field. I didn't eat for 9 days. My kids was like, what we about to eat tonight? I'm like, cereal. So my oldest daughter called my mom, and my mom forced me to come home for the holidays so that the kids could get a break, because it wasn't that things were happening in front of them. I just felt like I lost it. Like, I just felt like this was it. This was supposed to be the dude that I was supposed to marry and, do everything that I was supposed to do with the last guy. Mm-hmm. And he just sold me this dream. I invested, and it wasn't just the money, because the money was no problem. It was the time. It was the trust that I didn't have anymore because I was so broken from my last relationship. It was bringing you around my children, and which I didn't do right away. He met them 6 months in after I done gave him the first couple $100, but mm-hmm. It was introducing my children to someone that wasn't their father. And like I said, it was 6 months into the relationship, so it wasn't right away. I really believed that this was it. Like, I was going to be with this guy, mm-hmm. And I'm heartbroken right now.
This is something else that I want you to see, and that most women don't see. And I'm not even going to say most women. I'm going to say most people, because men do the same thing. We build ourselves up. We build our lives up and our finances up so that when we meet somebody and we want to relationship with that person, we're like, okay, well, look, you know what? This is what I'm putting on the table so we can spend lots of time together, and you don't have to work a lot because I'm putting a lot on the table for us. So we don't even have to worry about that. The issue that we're running into, though, is that we're doing that with people that are not on your level. And because we think in a way of an empath where we feel like we're not judging other people because they don't have what we have.
Right.
We're not going to put them down because they have less than.
Right. And that's what it was.
It's not about what they have.
Right.
It's about what are they really coming to the table with mentally. The thing is, you could easily turn this into an incredible relationship with this guy if he was coming to the table, loving on you, treating you like royalty, treating you like a woman that gave this fool 15, giving this fool anything financially to a man. See, that's another thing. Like,
wait. The only reason
for nothing like that.
The only reason I did it, like I said, he didn't have kids. He doesn't have any kids. I have 3. So I wanted to make sure I was making it very clear. I don't need you to come in here and provide for me and my children. I do that. And so I was trying to make a point to, especially his family who was so observant. I was trying to make a point, like, I'm not using him for nothing. Like, I really wanted to be with him. And so I think that's why I went so hard in the beginning, because I wanted to make a point. Like, I didn't need him to take care of me financially, because most people think, oh, you got 3 kids, you Black, until people throw me in with statistics. Oh, you had a baby at 16. Oh, because they see how old my daughter is and she about as big as I am. And so they're just judgmental. And I'm used to being judged. And so I thought I was being proactive.
Listen,
and I put my foot in my mouth.
But that's where we lose it at right there.
Right.
We always worrying about what other people got to say and this person got to say. Listen, when you sitting here with whatever's in your account, that's saying everything you needed to say. You don't got to go out here and give it to somebody to prove you got it.
Right. And that's what I did.
And that's all you did.
Mm-hmm.
Just gave it to him to prove you have it. That fool he ain't out there telling all them people that.
No, he not.
No, he's out here faking like he did that.
Right, because it get worse. Then I'm over here, okay, babe, I'm trying to build with you. I'm gonna put you, I want to buy a house together. So then my stupid butt went and added him as an authorized users to all my high limit credit cards, boosting his credit score up. I know, it just get worse. I just get dumb and dumber.
So we already know.
I know.
That doesn't make you a dummy. No, it doesn't make you a dummy. Listen, one thing that we gotta do though, you got to pull yourself out of that attacking you stuff. See, you attack yourself, but you ain't loving on yourself. Listen, you made mistakes. You made the decisions to give him money and do all this other stuff and this, that, and third, and that. But guess what? You owe yourself an apology. You owe yourself forgiveness for what you took yourself through.
Right.
Because he just was a willing participant. I'm going to drag you around because I see you have 3 children and you know how the world is judging you because of your children. The world ain't taking care of your children. You taking care of your children. And sound like you taking damn good care of your children.
Damn
so,
him.
At the end of the day, you ain't got to prove nothing to people. People who gonna point their finger. Let them point.
Right.
Oh, what? Most of them jokers broke they self. But see, this the problem that we have. We let somebody who ain't got $20 in their account talk to us like,
right.
Like, we sitting here with 50 in ours, and they talking to us like they over you. What makes that person over you? Because you got 3 children. Okay, you had 3 children.
Right.
Is that the end of the word? Is that a death sentence or something?
That's how he make it seem.
He made it seem like that, and it worked because it was a trap. It was a trap. He just trapped you in something, and he's extorting money from you.
Right.
You the one got the kids, and he's getting money from you.
Yeah. And anytime he wanna, so then he at the house every day. And I said, look, if you gonna be here all the time, you gonna have to come half on the bills. He told me, I ain't tell you to buy this house. I ain't tell you go have them kids. I ain't tell you go get that car note. And I'm just like, but you here every day, eating all the food.
He here living off you every day.
Every day. Every day.
Man, stop. So again, that right there, you owe yourself an apology. You owe yourself forgiveness because you lowered your standard.
Mm-hmm.
You lowered your standard. You lowered yourself to somebody that's just not on your level. You don't have to go out. Listen, first of all, a real man ain't gonna let you spend all that money on him.
Right.
A real man don't want you for your money. A real man wants you for companionship. Okay, and to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Women that have children are actually more sought after. Okay, because as you get older, an older man wants a woman that he knows. This woman knows how to be passionate. She is going to embrace. She has a mothering skill. She knows how to make this house a home. And she has that mothering skill that all men are looking for.
Right.
In a companion. So for you to sit back and think that, you're just out of the dating pool that's foolishness. That's the only thing foolish that I would say is going on.
Right.
It does not, ain't nobody looking for the perfect, like you can't have, like we're not all in the same world together.
Right.
Everybody, just because you make a certain amount of money, that don't mean you made certain kind of decisions in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean you made better decisions than people that make less. There are people that make millions, that make crazy personal decisions daily in their daily life. So stop looking at it like I got these kids and ain't nobody gonna want me. I promise you, that is not. I promise you, that is not true. And you're going to see that. But if you allow guys to come in your life and just devalue you because you have children, like, what does that mean? Because most guys have children. Again, especially when it comes to getting to your money right, because really most guys don't get their money right till you get a little older anyway. So, but don't let yourself be in that place where you're just gonna sit there and I'm gonna just let guys run this game on me because I got these kids and I'm gonna have to do some extra. You're a very attractive woman and you getting money. Man, please, you are just allowing the wrong people to just come into your life. And it all starts in the same place. Self-love.
Yeah. It
all starts right there. If you had a loving relationship with yourself, I can't say this enough. The situation about your children is dead. That's bull.
Right.
That's bull. We listening to that.
And that's why, well, he cut me off. So he done blocked me and cursed me out.
He blocked you, cussed you out, got rid of you.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, and you get to come back to this because it's going to be on my page. You get to come back to this video, and I guarantee you that fool ain't gone nowhere. And he surely ain't about to let you go.
Mm-mm.
I think he's gone somewhere. That fool ain't gone nowhere. He's able to leave because he knows you want the relationship. He knows you still want him. And in his mind, he's already turned you into what he needs you to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. His thing is, I've already flipped your mind in the way you think. And now I got you thinking that you're less than, that you're not good enough. And he has it all laid on, you got 3 kids.
And that's all the conversation ever be about.
That's it.
And I'm like, well, deal with you with 3 kids. And I'm like, and they're really good kids. They are really good kids.
Listen. Again, y'all let people beat y'all up about things that I promise you are not even in the scenario.
Right.
They're not even in the scenario. A good guy is going to want a good woman. Focus on being in love with you.
Right.
When you get to that place, first of all, you're not even going to be worried about it.
Right.
Listen, we get so tripped out about how we're going to, how I'm going to get through this next relationship. How am I going to get into meet the right guy?
Right.
You ain't ready for the right guy if you don't have a loving relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't, and I'm saying that from the perspective of, I know we want to be in a relationship. Everybody wants to be in a great relationship. Remember that.
Right.
Everybody wants empaths want great relationships.
Right.
Not just a relationship, a great one. So when you meet people like this guy that you have met, when you're in a relationship with somebody like that, that guy's not practicing self-love. He's asking you. This is a guy asking a woman. He's asking a woman to take care of him. Hey, baby, I need $15,000 though.
Right, but then he don't say it, like he's really indirect about it. And so then I offer it and I'm like, okay, all right, I'll do it. Then so I pull back because I noticed it wasn't being reciprocated. He gonna say, you moving funny. Huh?
Yeah, you moving funny. I just told you another, harebrained scheme I got to get you out of 20 more thousand because you gave up that last one like it wasn't nothing. See, it's all about making you prove you're worthy.
Right.
And you're trying to prove it through money. If somebody wants you to put up $1 to prove your worth, that's a thief.
Right.
That's a thief you're talking to. You're not talking to a real man. That's a boy. That's a child.
Yeah.
That's somebody who's underdeveloped. Somebody who's using you.
And
say, hey, you know what? You got money. All I got to do is trick you out of it.
Yeah. And then, of course, because he wasn't like doing what he told me he was going to do, women, I know for myself, I get turned on. You got to talk to my mind. If we can't have conversations that go deeper than surface level and you always talking about the next way to scam something, like that doesn't turn me on. So now I'm lacking in the intimate area. He gonna tell me it ain't hitting the same. Bro, you want too much. Like you want me to be this porn star, the bank. You want me to be everything and you are not giving that in return. Like,
and there you go. Everything coming from them is going to drain you.
I'm drained.
It's going to drain you. And then you're talking about being intimate with somebody that is offering nothing but headaches and pain.
Exactly. And no respect.
Let's do it.
No respect. Like I said, my oldest is 12. I don't want to have sex in the middle of the day. She's old enough to know what's going on. And I'm like, dude, you got to be respectful of people's children.
See, and again, a real man wouldn't even want to
do that
like that.
And that just turned me off. It just turned me off. And I respect myself. I respect my children too much to do that. I said, if this was your daughter, would you want me to do that while your daughter was home? But of course, he can't think like that because he don't have kids. So he can't put himself in that position. But that's just that's not even common. That's just common sense. That's just respect.
Well, you got to think like this. He thinks like a grown kid.
He does.
He thinks just like a grown kid. And the only thing he's looking at is what he gets out of everything. It's all about division. It's all about, now I got to break you down with the relationship you have with your children.
Yeah.
Because I'm already isolating you from family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to isolate you from these children.
Yeah.
Because it's all about breaking you completely down to have ownership over everything that is you.
Right. Because I'm all my kids, like I say, you know, I live away from my family. I'm all my kids have. And when he does that to me, it puts me in a very dark place. And so my daughter has a diary. My 10-year-old has a diary. And she was writing in there, "Mommy, I need help. I need to go see a counselor." Because when I'm going through it, I shut down and I stop talking. And so I guess for me, I'm not talking. Now I'm leaving my kids to fend for themselves, and they can't talk to me when they're going through something. And so I'm going through her diary, and she's crying out for help. And I felt bad. I felt really bad. So that's why I was like, you know what? Let's just go home for the holidays and spend time with family. But like you said, I didn't think of it that way. Not only are you trying to isolate me from my family, but now you're trying to sabotage my relationship with my children, and you're trying to mess them up. Just selfish.
And your children obviously see it.
They do.
Very beginning.
They do.
But at the same time, you see it also.
Yeah.
See, what you got to stop doing is giving yourself a pass on giving people a pass that deserve one. That's where you start. Stop making excuses for everybody else. And then first thing is, stop making excuses for yourself to let people come in your life and just create confusion and make you think that you're less than because you have children.
Yeah.
Something wrong with you because you have children? Are you serious?
Yeah.
No. When you get around people like that, that should be a smoking, flaming flag.
Right.
To say, hold it. But see, at the same time, one thing that I can say about ladies, when y'all want what you want, you told him, "Hey, listen, if you want a child, I want to be a wife." And that should have been a conversation you had right from the beginning.
It was.
I ain't isn't. Oh, so this was your first?
Oh yeah, no. From the first week, and I felt like, okay, maybe I'm being a little pushy, but I said, I'm not playing house with nobody else for no 12 years, because that's what I did my ex. I said, listen, you have a year to figure out what you want to do, and then after that year, we you know, and then that's when I noticed the problem started. Once we hit that year mark, and he knew, you know, what are we doing? That's when all of this started happening.
Wow. So in that whole,
because he told me, well, if the last dude didn't marry you, what makes you think I'm gonna do it? Excuse me? The last dude did want to do it. I chose not to because he was a habitual cheater. I chose not to marry the last one. I chose that if I married him, he was going to take me for everything I had. So I made that decision not to. But with this dude, I'm like, what does the last dude have to do with this? But I did. When we first met, the first week in, I said to him, you got a year to figure out what you want to do with me. Where are we going to go with this? We hit that year mark, and he started.
I like where you went with that one. Putting some constraints on it. However, when you want to be a wife, listen, it's just that simple. Hey, listen, I'm interested in being a wife. If you're not interested in that, that's cool.
Right.
Let's just be honest with each other from the very beginning. If I decide I want to still see you, date you, whatever, then we can do that. But let that be my decision. Okay? Mm-hmm. If you know that ain't what you're about, then bruh, just stay right on over there.
Right. But then that year hit, and he was like, you're just not ready yet. Then my boundaries started to soften. Like, okay, well, maybe I'm not ready yet. Okay.
You're not ready yet?
Yeah.
He said, you're not ready yet.
He said I wasn't ready yet because I like to argue, but it wasn't about arguing. I'm making sure that investment that I made, you're not going to mess it up. So I'm keeping you on your toes. I'm like, all right, well, let's do this. I'm helping you run your business while I'm still working. I'm still making money for my household. So it wasn't like some men, I've learned that about some men. You try to keep them on their feet and try to help them and be that, they second pair of eyes. It's like, oh, you're being controlling. I'm trying to help you. You messing the money up. I'm trying to help you out.
Hey, well, listen, you the bank over there. So,
I ain't no more.
Because the bank actually don't give you all that leeway with their money.
Exactly.
They don't let you get their money and then you get to call and talk trash to them about the money.
Exactly.
No, that's not how it works at the bank.
Right.
The bank says, look, I need this money on the first of the month. And if you don't pay it, I'm going to mark your credit.
Right.
Now, if you go without paying me, I'm going to go snatch all that. I'm going to repossess everything.
Right.
And destroy you as much as I can. That's the relationship with the bank. And really in relationships, if you're not married to somebody, nah, you don't give nobody no money.
I know.
No,
I know.
sir, bro. When we get married, I would do that for my husband.
Right.
My husband can do whatever he want. But man, nah, dude, we ain't about to. And again, listen, I want all of y'all on here, men and women. Anybody with real integrity, a man or a woman with real integrity, will not ask you for money. They're not going to do it. No, we're not going to ask you for no 15, no 10, no $5,000. And we're just in a relationship. Yeah, we're in a relationship. No, that's not something that people with integrity do.
Right.
Okay, now, if we're planning together and we're building together, we're in a relationship that turns into a marriage, then yeah, everything's on the table.
Right.
It's not on the table until we are that. Until we are that.
Yeah.
And don't let anybody reduce you because you got children. That is not, listen.
I think I just got, I will be the first to admit it. I think I just got a little desperate because I'm like, I'm about to 30. I'm 30 now. I'm getting old. I feel old. Them eggs is drying up. Just in case I do, with him, he didn't have no children. So I'm like, if you wanted a kid and we marry, I don't want to have no problems. But I really don't want any more. And that was another thing. I don't want any more kids, but I just, that little biological clock is ticking. I'm like, I just feel like I'm getting old. And so this was that relationship. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna put the pressure on this because I want to be married. Who wouldn't want to, a lot of women do want to be the young bride, so I think I put more pressure on myself and I put more pressure on him because I wanted that to happen. And I played myself is what I did.
And so again, that's why you owe yourself an apology.
Mm-hmm.
You owe yourself forgiveness. That's all. Don't make this bigger than what it is. Don't make this bigger than what it is. I know several people. As a matter of fact, everybody I know that's been married in the last 10 years, at least one of the persons had children already.
Okay.
And I think all of the women had children.
Right.
I think all of the women actually had children. So y'all got this. You cannot let somebody convince you that because you have children, you're not a catch. That is not true. Y'all listening to sound bites, and it's just not. It's not true.
Right.
It is not true. The thing that determines the type of man you're going to be with is you. The most attractive woman. The most attractive woman and the most attractive man is the person that someone can see. That person loves themselves. That I can see the love they have for themselves. The confidence that loving yourself gives you.
And that's what I need to work on.
And that's where it has to start. See, a lot of times we go through these things just so we can get on track. Right. Just so we can get on track with loving ourselves. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that relationship with you, how are you going to go out into this world and navigate with these people who running game? As y'all can see, everybody got a different scenario about how somebody is running game on them. Mm-hmm. It's just running game. And now you got you thinking you're less than and you don't deserve a good man because you got kids.
That's what he said.
You don't deserve a good man. And he's a good man.
He said, ain't nobody gonna deal with me.
Nobody's gonna deal with you. And he's a good man.
I mean, now that I'm talking out loud, he's not. But
so you got 3 kids. You got 3 kids, and he gotta borrow money from you. Right. And he considers himself a good man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To who? To what standard?
I guess to me, because like, oh, he ain't got no kids.
He ain't got what you got.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and that's another thing. See, that's how manipulators, that's how they degrade you and devalue you. They find something and then they put a twist on it.
Mm-hmm.
See, he said, okay, you got 3 kids. You ain't married. Ain't no man gonna marry you. I know people that have 5 children and got married.
Oh, God.
And I'm talking about not to know, just whoever came through the woods looking and would jump in there.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about to good people that look good, people who have their situation together.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have nothing to do with your children, and they don't even have their children by the same person. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Everybody has listen, all of us out here have had relationships. Some of those relationships we had children. You know what I'm saying? That's all of us. Yeah. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. If you feel that you're a good person, you love yourself, you're a loving person, then at that point, you gotta show yourself and show the world, I love me. Mm-hmm. I ain't worrying about what y'all think. Mm-hmm. I love me. But if you're not showing that self-love and you just like, nah, I'm gonna put my head down because I don't want them to, they're gonna make fun of me, they're gonna say this and that, and I done made these mistakes, and man.
And that's exactly what it was, because out of I'm the middle child of 4, and out of the 4 kids, and everyone is married except me. Everyone has spouses except me. And so I always felt like the black sheep. I always felt like, all right, let me get on the same ball y'all on and be married. And I was just putting up with some BS. Tell you that much. I was putting up with BS just to feel like I was not the, the outlier. But that's not who I am. My time will come. But like you said, I need to get a relationship with myself and stop pressuring myself on what society say I need to do. And that's the problem.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Oh, I know.
And that's really the lesson in all of this. Mm-hmm. Everybody, listen. If you're not loving on yourself, you're going to have these monsters are going to make you feel like you are not worth anything. I don't care how much money you give them. I don't care how much time you give them. I don't care how much sex you give them. They're going to make you feel like you're less than, that you don't deserve a good relationship. People, start with you. It all starts with you loving yourself. It all starts and it ends with you loving yourself. As long as you're loving yourself, as long as you're lifting your vibration, taking yourself mentally, prepare yourself mentally for a great relationship, you're going to have it. Do the work. Work on yourself, mind, body, spirit, finances, credit, everything. Work on every aspect of your life. Be what you want. Be the kind of person that you're trying to attract. That's it. And you're going to have it because that person is looking for you. I'm not looking for, hold up, man. You can't have no kids. Oh, man, you can't do this. You can't work part-time. You know what I'm saying? You can't, your braids longer than your job. Listen, right. The people that are for you, they're looking for you. Mm-hmm. So cut all that craziness out. That's craziness. Mm-hmm. But again, the number one lesson in all of this is take yourself, find yourself, apologize to yourself, forgive yourself, and love on yourself. That's your freedom. That's your future. You are your future. The guy that's for you, the woman is for you. They're out there waiting on you to show up and just be everything that you be your best. Being the best you can be. If you want the best out of somebody, you got to be able to at least pull the best out of yourself to present it to somebody. Ain't nobody walking around here with your head down and I got to feel ashamed. And you handling your business? She got you feeling ashamed for handling your business. I'm really still stuck on that.
I know. And he tell me that all the time. He said, one thing about you, you know, you successful, you take great care of them kids. He said, but you suck as a girlfriend, or you suck at this. And I'm like, whatever.
There you go. I mean, that's how he took you down right there. Because he built you up, tear you down. It's that same thing that I've said before about they steal your money and they help you find it. You cannot take advice from people that have shown you they are not moving in your best interest.
Yeah.
And not take advice from people like that. Keep on doing what you're doing. But first, you do have to do something different. And that one thing is you got to build on self. And you, I can see, take a lot of time and you're doing a lot for everybody else.
Yeah.
And not building on you. You're not focused on, I want to find my husband one day. You're thinking it, but you're not acting on it. And you're not doing the things with self that you need to do to pull that energy towards you. It's all about energy, everybody. That's it. It's all about energy. So take that with you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. Take that with you and don't let nobody come back in there and, you know, try to show you and tell you what you not. Oh my gosh, that is.
Well, look, he did the work for me. Look, he done cut me off, so we gonna keep him cut off.
Hey, listen. He done cut me off, but he coming back. He ain't nobody, especially in the description you just gave of him. It ain't no way he gonna leave you alone. Absolutely no way that he's gonna leave you alone.
Well, he didn't reach. I went 9 days with no contact, and he didn't reach out to me. So.
Oh, 9 days. Yeah, he knows you. He knows that you at home thinking about him all day. Nah, man. You might have to inbox me so we can do a session and we get your mind right.
Okay.
Because you gotta have some positive triggers set up in your life. You got this dude just got all kinds. He's creating negative triggers all around you.
Yeah.
He's creating negative triggers all around you, and you're going for it. You're sitting back and you're like, nah, you know what? Because in the back of your mind, them 3 kids got you messed up. And that's all it really is. You got 3 kids. Ain't nobody going. That's all he got.
Right.
Accept it, absorb it. Stop running from that energy. Okay, yeah, I got 3 kids. All right. Okay,
and that's the thing. Like, I love my children. I love my children.
Listen. Whatever you show as your weakness, that's what they're gonna use against you.
Yeah.
Your children don't make you less than. No, they don't. And it ain't like you walking to him to see if he gonna take care of them.
Oh no.
And I'm saying, what kind of man gonna ask a woman who has 3 children for some money like that? Huh? What man is gonna do that? So no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna let that go.
Let it go.
Keep moving forward. Love on you. Time to focus on getting you right, getting you in the place where you're trying to be, and lift up that vibration. It's time to build yourself back up. It's time to build yourself back up. Don't let nobody beat you down because you got children. Okay? Nobody, ever. That's almost like trying to say you're supposed to be ashamed of your children, like you ashamed you got children. Ain't no way.
Well, because of course, for him, he don't have any. So of course, you know, his family like, oh, you dealing with a girl with 3 kids? You may as well go get one that ain't got no kids. And you know, so you have family members like that will put that in your head. And so like I said, I'm not gonna say he just robbed me. No, I wanted to give to show him like that's not what you're here for. Like, you know, just love me. But I went about it the wrong way.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it. So again, that wasn't nothing but the hook that he used to pull you in.
Right.
That's it. And it worked. It worked. He was able to pull you in and extract thousands of dollars from you.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't get $100 from that.
Right.
This joker 20 stacks in just from what we know. So I know it's way higher than that.
It is.
And he's the catch. He's the catch. He got his hand out. But because he don't have no children, he's the catch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how that works out.
Okay.
We'll see how that works out, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out. Hey, listen, I appreciate you coming on, sharing your story, because I'm positive you have helped plenty of people in here tonight.
Hopefully.
Okay? I am positive. All right. Let's work on yourself. Work on you. Start loving on you. Okay?
I will. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one. All right. Hey, y'all. Y'all see what we doing? Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to tell you what your life is supposed to be like. You know, everybody wants to tell you how to, you know, what you should be doing in your life, and you're not good enough, and narcissists. But you good enough for them to use you though, right? You ain't good enough to marry or be what, you know, but they can use you though. They can use you. Look here, people. Look here. You ain't never gonna have no love like the love you have for yourself. Ever. Ever. All right, Coben. I'm gonna get one more. We're gonna do one more for my main man, Coben. All right, one more. This is the last one for the night, Coben. You the last one. All right, this is the last one I'm putting in the chat. There you go, my main man, Coben. Come on in. I just put it in there for you. Just click the link. Okay. Coben's the last one for the night. Woo. How y'all doing on this Sunday? I hope all is well. I got something new for y'all. Man, I got something new for y'all. You gotta go on my Instagram page to see it though. All you gotta do is hit the link. Hit the link, Coben. That's it. You gotta go on my Instagram page to see this. I'm gonna release it as soon as the editing is done. That's right, Steph Lee. After we get Coben out of here, we gonna call it a night. I told him I would, you know, I told him I'd talk to him. Hey, Audrey, tell him. Tell him, Audrey. What's up, Survivor Matthew? Woo. Come on, Coben. What you doing, man? Hey, Brittany, I'm telling you, y'all gonna love this one. Whoo. I just hope y'all don't hate me after this. I laid it on thick. I went into Ike Turner mode on this one. Man, oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a teaser though. The first one is my first video. It's about it's about how the narcs destroy holidays. Y'all gonna love this one. I'm gonna put a snippet on my channel. I'm gonna put a snippet on the story. I think I'm gonna do it in my story, but you guys are going to have to go into Instagram and follow me on Instagram if you want to see what I've been working on. I promise you're going to love it. Colvin, where you at, man? Come on, man. We trying to get up out of here, buddy. Some people got to go to work tomorrow. Get up early in the morning. You know? Yes, indeed. You don't act like you want to come on here and talk to us. You know? Where you at, partner? It's Christmas time, too. I'll tell you what, man. 30. Okay, she had one, too. That's right. No. She already off, buddy. Okay. Hold up. My fault, Lacey fool. All right, Lacey. Come on. Come on, Lacey. I'm going to put it in here for you. Because I did see you had a question on it. My fault. My bad. My bad. There you go. Come on, Lacey fool. Come on in here. Let's see what it do. Come on. Come on. You're getting late. Lacey, I just put it in there. Lacey 30 Lacey fool. I just put the link in there for you. Come on, click it and come on. Come on. We waiting on you. I'm sitting there singing like I'm a singing. I got Christmas music. There we go. I'm gonna play some Christmas music until Lacey fool decides she want to hit the button. What you gonna do, Lacey? Come on, Lacey, what you doing? I ain't gonna play no Christmas music. It's right on the page. It's on my page. Look, just click the link on my page and it has my Instagram on there. Come on, 30 Lacey. 30 Lacey, what you waiting on? Come on. I put the link in there again. Just for you, 30 Lacey fool. Come on. Come on now. It's late. Hey, Portia, my Instagram name it's a link for my Instagram on my homepage right here on YouTube. Just look up there on my homepage. You'll see my Facebook and you'll see my Instagram. All you got to do is tag the link. It should take you right to my Instagram page. Lacey, where you at? Come on now. See, y'all scared. Y'all scared. 30 Lacey. You want to do it another day, Lacey? I'm trying to, I got the link up. I done put it up twice. Come on, Lacey. All you got to do is hit the link. 30 Lacey fool. I'm waiting for you. I got the studio cleared just for you. Lacey, I'm going to put the link in here one more time. Okay? You'll see my name come up in the comments. Okay? I just put it in there. Hit the link. And it'll put you in the studio. Okay? I'm going to bring you on. Lacey, is this you, Nicole? Is this you? Lacey, is this you in there now? Okay. All right. All right, we're going to bring Lacey on in here, y'all. Okay.
Hi guys. Right. I know I've been
we're gonna bring Lacey on in here, y'all.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Feedback if you're on the ball. We're gonna bring Lacey on in here, y'all.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Feedback. Lacey, you gotta turn it.
Okay, sorry. I was
hear me?
Okay. Feedback. Lacey, you gotta turn it.
Okay, sorry. I was
hear me?
Okay. Feedback.
1 second.
Lacey, you gotta turn it.
Okay, sorry. I was hear me?
Okay. Feedback.
1 second.
Lacey, you gotta turn it.
Okay, sorry. I was hear me?
Feedback.
1 second.
Lacey, you gotta turn it.
Okay.
You gotta turn the YouTube off.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay, sorry about that. So I'm sorry, guys. I've been annoying all night, and I just want to give a quick situation. I'm sorry, you guys cannot hear me. I mean, can't see me, but I have three kids, and the last one is 2 years old. I just want to do it really quickly. So I met him while I was at work, and he approached me. The first time I met him, he bought me a blender, and I didn't think it for anything or whatever. And then 2 days later, I got a call from a private number, and the person said, "Oh, if you want my effing man, you could take my effing man. Come and take his clothes from my house." I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. Apparently it was him. And he was living with someone, because I noticed late at night he will text me, but it will take a really long time to respond. And I wouldn't hear from him again until like the next. And then a Black Friday he came and he took me out for shopping and whatever. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, fast forward to a year later, he came and he met me again I work at a hospital, and I went downstairs and I saw him and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He gave me his number immediately. We started talking, but he started rushing me. Like, he started asking me for, I told him I just got out of something and I don't want to be in anything right now. And he was like, it's okay, I can just be a friend, we can just talk. But I noticed while he was telling me we can just talk, that he would be nice, and he would do his things, and anything I want, he would rush to do them. He would just make me feel like, oh my God. I'm like, wow, if this guy, I mean, should I really let him be a friend, or should I be more? Because doing all of these things, like he would go to Cheesecake Factory, and like for my birthday, he was like, and the thing is, what got me is he came to my house, sat on my couch, and he was so quiet, so peaceful, so reserved. I was like, wow, this guy is so different. And then I realized he started asking me questions and like stuff about my past. And he's like, it's okay, you can tell me anything. He started telling me things about my past, asking me about my past and stuff like that. I'm like, he's like, it's okay, you can open up to me. I started telling him things. And then he would tell me stuff, like he told me a story that he was abused and his mom deserted them and stuff like that and whatever. I'm like, wow. Anyway, things started going good. Then one day I had a friend for 8 years. And he wanted me to stop talking to the guy. I'm like, he's my friend. He's been in my life for 8 years prior to you. I'm like, I can't do that. He got mad at me. That was our 4th month. He got mad at me. And then I noticed he stopped coming around a little bit. And then he was acting strange. Come to find out he was cheating on me. He met some girl on the internet, and he was cheating with the girl. I found out about the girl when I went to Canada, because I saw the girls call him baby. And I was like, why you calling my fiance baby? And she said, fiance? I said, yes. Then we went in the inbox. The sad part about this is that after the girl was like, this can't be true, she called him on her phone and had me on her Facebook. And I heard him. She's like, I don't want you anymore. You're disgusting. I didn't know you had a fiance. He's like, I don't have anyone. She's lying. She's crazy. And he started crying. He's like, please, baby, don't break up with me. Please, please. What are you going to tell your family? What are you going to tell them when I'm not around anymore? Mind you, only know the girl for 1 month. He's like, why, baby? Please don't do this. Then anyway, situation. I begged him back. I was pleased. And then he had me and her on the phone, juggling me and her on the phone one night till like the next day. And he was telling me one thing, was telling her another thing. You know how I got rid of her? I found her baby father on Facebook and I threatened her and told her, if you don't stop talking to my man, I knew nothing about narcissism at that time. I said, if you don't stop talking to my man, I'm going to let your baby father know. That's how she ended up stopped talking to him. Fast forward to a couple months later, found out he's cheating again. This time he got me arrested. He triangulated me with her, told her a bunch of stuff about me. So when the girl met me, I went to his house and I met him and the girl there. And when I got there, he looked at me like I didn't even exist. And I was so hurt. I walked up to him and I grabbed him by the shirt. And they call the cops. And I heard him telling the girl, he's like telling her, it's okay, baby. When the cops come, they'll deal with her. They call the cops on me. Mind you, I'm a nurse. I was supposed to go to nursing school. And he got the cops involved. They arrested me. He never once, and our baby was 3 months old. He never even came up to the cop car to be like, are you okay, Nicole? I know you wasn't supposed to be here, whatever. You should have never done that. And he just stayed with her, and I turned around. I saw him caressing her hair and caressing her and whatever, and soothing her. And not once, I mean, I'm the mother of your child. Not even once did he turn around to even come to me. I went to the jail. I couldn't remember anyone's number because I was having brain fog. And I didn't even remember anyone. I called his number. He never picked up. You know what he did? I went to work the Monday and I blocked him on everything. He came to my job. Well, we work the same place. He came outside and he was harassing me for 2 hours, begging me, please, to take him back. Please. And I was so stupid. I'm not calling myself stupid because I'm stupid. I'm not. But I'm saying that because of my naivety and because of ignorance of what this disorder was, I took him back. And right now, he left me again for the third time. He left me again. I know what he told me. He said, oh, it's because I'm not giving enough sex. He used to hold me down, rape me, and my kid used to be lying on that bed. And he used to rape me. And many times I told him, I said, you can't be doing these things. One time I was on the bed sleeping, and he woke me up, and my two little kids was lying there. And he had sex with me with them lying right on that bed. And I said to him, how can you do something like that? I said, the baby's all right there. I'm sorry. I said, my baby's all right there. I said, my baby's all right there. And he didn't care. He didn't even care. He was like, he said, you're trying to hold sex back from me, and you know how much sex means to me, and you're trying to hold it back from me. You shouldn't hold that back from me because you know that's what make the relationship. He was just manipulating me, and I keep saying to myself, I'm not enough. Every time he take me back, I'm the one that begged him to come back this time, and he keeps saying, no, you're not ready for me. You don't have what it takes to be with me. And I lost weight. I haven't eaten. Today was one of the worst days. I don't know why. I was going through so much, and he came by to play with our daughter, and he seemed so happy, and I'm sitting in a corner with tears streaming down my face, and not once he turned around to acknowledge. But yet he's telling me, oh, I want to be there for you. Anything you need. I can't give you the relationship, but I can give you love. You can call me anytime, even if I'm at the girl place. He had me because I was so desperate, and he knows that I'm hurting for him. He ended up cheating on the girl with me 3 times because I was looking for some sort of comfortability, some sort of validation. And I don't know why I let him do that with me, but I want you guys out there to just please spread the word. These people are destroying us. Like, I have chest pain. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. And I keep saying, every time I miss him and I want to go back to him, I keep thinking about that night when I got arrested. And you know what they did? He had to take my phone. When she fought with me, he had to both of them took my phone. So I had no choice but to come back. And it's when I came back is when the cops arrested me. I was on my way home, but I forgot that I had my phone. And he took the phone, and they both got me arrested. And to this day, every time I tell him about the situation, all he said is my fault because I should have never came there. I know he already texted me and tell me, oh, we need to talk. But he was trying to make me not show up. So he was trying to, do futuristic thing to say, okay, I'm here. You haven't heard from me all day, but I'm going to talk to you soon. It was his way of telling me not to come to his house because I wasn't hearing from him all day, because he was juggling me and the chick. He was juggling both of us. And so I was like, wow, I haven't heard from him. In my mind, I'm like, okay, he's talking to her, but she's long distance. I'm the one that's here. And I keep convincing him, like, I'm doing all of these things for you. Like, I used to neglect my son. My son is autistic. And every time he's here, my son would never come into my room. My son was scared of him. Like, my son never wanted to be around him. And now he's gone. My kids are like constantly on me all the time. And I feel so bad as a mom. I'm like, you have to stand up for your children. You can't let these people come in your life and neglect your kids because you want to prove something to them or because you want to make them feel like, oh, they mean something. You cannot neglect your kids for these people. You can't. I used to spend money on him. I did everything for him. I went to even he stayed with me. How many times? He never helped me pay the rent. Never, not once. If he wants me to go and do my nails, he will give me $60 or $30. And if I'm spending on him, I would spend $500. And he always, if I'm spending on him, it's okay. But if it's something else, he gets mad. And he's blaming me, saying the reason why relationship messed up is because I had this guy who was an alpha male, and the only alpha male that should be here is him. So my thing is, I don't know. I keep telling myself, maybe he's not a narcissist because the girl he's with now, he's been so good. But then I keep thinking, no, he cheated on her with you 3 times. And he's been at her house hoovering you, telling you, oh, this relationship is, you need to, I want to be there for you. I don't know how, but I want to be there for you. And then he's telling me, oh, I didn't mean for us to get back together. I was just saying that you're family and I want to get back with you. And it's like, I'm confused. I'm wondering, is he a narcissist or is he not? And it's just like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just going on and on, but it's, you don't even know. But my 3 kids, they all have narcissistic fathers. And one story is worse than the other, but I would just tell you about the recent one. But all of their dads are narcissists. And it's because my dad was a narcissist, and I realized that I'm attracting these men because I was abused as a kid. I was abused growing up. I was raped at 10 years old. So I realized that I'm bringing in these things and I need help. Like the pain is unbearable. Like sometimes at night I wake up, my chest is hurting me. I want to go to the emergency room, but I've gone so many times. I've done so many tests on my heart that I say, no, it's not. I'm not having a heart attack. I'm okay. It's just anxiety. Like I've been dealing with so much pain.
Anxiety. That's that anxiety that comes from dealing with somebody jerking you around all the time. That's the anxiety that comes from, really, it comes from how you still walk forward knowing this person is not for you. That's how we get anxiety, when we're going against ourselves. That's where the anxiety comes from. And right now, you're just trying to hold something together by any means, and you can see this. It means good.
I was trying to stay with him because I said I have 3 kids and all of their dads are gone. Like none of them is in my life. So I wanted to hold on to him to at least have that.
I understand that. But see, this is the thing. Just because you're not with them, that doesn't mean you got to go out here and just out of desperation deal with somebody who is going to commit criminal acts against you. That's a criminal. A male, we can't call it a man because a real man would never rape a woman. Number one, real men don't act like this toward women. That's where the narcissist comes in, and that's why they're so successful, because you're already beat down, because society is telling you, you already got 3 kids. Don't nobody want you. And you believe it. You are allowing society to dictate to you your level and your worth, your self-worth. Your children do not take your worth away. That does not take worth from you. It means that you're a nurturer. It takes a nurturer to raise children. Every woman who is raising her children, that's a nurturer. That's a mother. That is a quality all men in a woman. And when you allow society to dictate to you your worth as a woman, as a human being, just based on you have 3 children, okay? Guess what? Most men have children too. Now, I understand how things are different between men and women. I totally get all that. I do. But I promise you that you being with you and your children and working on that relationship is going to feel 1,000 times better than you trying to keep somebody around you that's only there to use you and abuse you. A person that would force you into a sexual act in front of your children is a criminal, number one. That's a criminal. But number two, there's nothing good that's going to come from that. Nothing. And your spirit has been telling you the whole time. Your spirit has been telling you, really, since you probably met this guy, that he's not good for you.
I used to have stomach pains when I first met him. My stomach used to hurt me.
And now you're dealing with the anxiety. You're dealing with all of the different feelings that you're having, and you're thinking in your mind that it comes from you, like you got some love for this guy. You cannot love somebody you don't trust. Okay?
And that's what he used to tell me too. He used to tell me that, you don't trust me, that's our problem in the relationship, and how I used to know.
Well, listen. When you don't trust somebody, that's your spirit telling you. That's your spirit telling you no. That's your spirit telling you no.
And he
almost going to grow in love with that person.
He almost had me give up my son at one point because it was like if my son was a problem. And now the new supply that he has, she doesn't have any kids, and he's like so into her, and he looks like he's happy, and I'm wondering, like, is he really a narcissist, or did he really find
really a narcissist? He's a devil. He's a devil. Who wants you to get rid of your children? Devil. No. Let's I promise you. Okay. It's not going to feel as bad without him that it feels with dealing with him. And then see, when they're gone, you're wondering, why do I still feel this when this devil is gone? You know why?
I'm hurting.
You know why? You're hurting because you're going against your spirit. You've been just ran in a circle, and you're like a dog chasing his tail in a circle, and you don't understand how it works. You're thinking, no, I love him. No, you don't. You did not have love with him. You did not. Okay? You did not describe love in anything that you said. Nothing. God is love, is trust. God is love, is trust. Without one of those, you have none of those. You did not describe him in anything you just said in a loving way. And love is, you're not allowed to grow in love with somebody that you do not trust. Okay? You were infatuated, as all of us were. You were infatuated. Now, the pain that you feel comes from, you saw how wretched this person is. You saw how trifling he is. You saw that this person has no real morals, no standards, no integrity, and yet you're still moving forward because of this infatuation over here. Still moving forward, trying to relationship, hoping he's going to turn human at some point.
But he doesn't want to beat me anymore. He's
not going to ever turn better. He's not. For the other person who's dealing with, who's stuck with him, she's going through everything that you went through and worse.
They just at the same time he broke up with me, he drove me, like he was neglecting me, he was ignoring me, and I was like to the point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I broke up with him. So now he's telling me, I didn't even break up with you, you're the one that broke up with me. So now he's with the person for 3 months. They've been together for 3 months, and that's the same amount of time that we've been broken up for. And he seemed like this person is doing so much for him, and he's making plans to buy a house, and he's doing all of these things, and it's making me feel like really was worthless. Like I really didn't deserve anything that he's giving. He was wanting to give to me.
So that's the plan. The plan when you break up with somebody, the plan is to make you feel like you messed up. That's what they want you to feel like you just you just dropped your Charlie and the Charlie Chocolate Factory golden ticket. You just dropped your golden ticket, and I'm this great, incredible guy. You're talking about the same guy who forced you to have sex in front of your children. Now he's this great guy with integrity. Yeah, no, hell no, he is not. And he did not turn into that. Okay? He is running game, as they all do. As they all do. It's all a mind game. That's all it is. And listen, at the end of the day, don't nobody this any good. Anybody. And I guess this kind of just strictly for the men on this one, that any man that forces a woman to have a sexual relationship is a criminal. Number one, he's a criminal. But how is somebody that forces himself with all these single women out here, he got to force you to have sex with him? Why do you think that place in the universe is going to give this person, just going to give him a pass? Now we're going to give him a pass. We're going to bless him. We're going to give him money, and we're going to bless him with everything. A good person, money, a great relationship. Everything in his life is just going to line up right now because you're gone. You sat in that situation with him. You tried to do everything that you could do to keep it together. You're trying to keep that situation together. So you walking around on eggshells while he's gaslighting you probably daily. He's probably gaslighting you daily. And you think he just went on? So he was already seeing the other person anyway. So he's triangulating both of y'all with each other, and she just rolling with it. And somehow you're thinking she's winning.
And he's telling me, oh, she's very concerned for me, that she's been telling him, oh, we need to check up on her, make sure that she's okay. And he said that, oh, she's like, check up on her, make sure that you give her gifts, make sure that she's okay. He's like, oh, she's so different. She's a different woman, and she's really all about females and feminine stuff. And like, he paint her. I said 3 months, and he's already painting her like she's this perfect person. And I'm like, wow, I guess I'm really a terrible human being.
He painted her as a perfect person the same way with you. He does that with you the same way he does that with her. Okay? It's just a game with words. That's it. He runs to her and he tells her how much you're this and you're that, because now she has to compete with that. He's not over there telling her that you're no good. Because see, remember this, y'all. If you're going out there telling somebody that your ex was totally no good and they was trash, they were no good on everything, and people are going to attach that same thing to you. Like, well, why were you with them? Why were you with that person if they were this? You trying to save the world. You're trying to save the world. You're trying to prove to the world and to this person, at this point, you're trying to prove to this person that, hey, listen, you know what? I know I have my shortcomings, so I'm going to work with you in your shortcomings, and we'll come together and we can make a great team. Well, he's looking at it as, well, I can manipulate you and manipulate her and other people all at the same time and get everything that I want and still be able to come back to you when I'm ready, when I feel like it, simply because I've already made you feel less than because you got some kids and they not mine, and the world frowns on women with children. So you're gonna have to do extra. You're gonna have to jump through hoops for me. And he just made you feel like you have no worth at this point. And that he could just come dump on you when he feels like it. So now he's sitting over there with her thinking, I come back to you anytime I want. See, this is the thing that most of us don't see. That if somebody really is about something, if it really is you, then they're going to make it clear to you what you're doing very early on. They're going to tell you, listen, baby, listen, this ain't for me. Point blank. You know what? You like to argue a lot. I'm not going to do that with you. The next time we get in an argument, remember, it's over. Not going to go back and forth with you about that. People who are about something have strong boundaries. Strong boundaries don't mean you argue with people. People with strong boundaries don't argue. They don't argue at all. They show you. Oh, I'm going to show you how to get cut off. You want to argue? Okay, you're going to be arguing by yourself because I'm not going to sit here and do that with you. That's how you can tell when somebody has soft boundaries or very strong boundaries. When you're able to just say, hey, you know what? I'm not dealing with that. He thinks that he has the upper hand on you because you have children. Okay, then why is he with you then? What does that say about him? Why is he dealing with you in the first place?
We have a daughter.
Y'all have a child together then. So how can he say that against you then?
Because he knows he knows I keep thinking that's what it is. Maybe he's leaving me because I have so many kids.
Yeah, okay. At the end of the day, he has a child with you. Okay? You are parents together.
And he told me, he always reminds me, I told you to have an abortion with her. I don't know why you kept her and stuff. But anyway, I love her still. But you should have never, I told you that if you bring the child in, I'm just going to stay with you for a little bit and then I was going to leave. My question is though, okay, he's with the new supply for 3 months. But yet he's been texting me and telling me, I've been thinking a lot about our family and I've been thinking a lot about us. I want to be there for you. I don't want you to, I think you're losing yourself. I don't want you to lose yourself. So I want to be there for you in any way I can, except being with you in a relationship.
So I just want to say to everybody who's watching, everybody that has gone through this, everybody that thinks that the new supply won, everybody that think they just off in paradise together and he just forgot about me and he ain't never gonna come in. Listen, first of all, people, y'all all are gonna be experts at this by the time we get finished, because the first thing y'all gonna notice is in her story, he has something to feel sorry for him about in his life that happened to him when he was young. Okay, that's what I want y'all to be aware of, men and women. When you meet somebody and they're talking about how their childhood was all jacked up, man, you might want to go ahead and consider rolling right there. You might want to shut them down right there, because that's how they're going to pull you in to feel sorry for them ever after that. Okay? Now, as it pertains to the rest of the story, it's pretty much the same deal. Somebody's manipulating. They're manipulating you to make you think you're worthless and that they are the prize. See, a person who truly is a prize wants to be with a prize. Okay? So if he thought you was worthless for real, he's cutting you off immediately. We're not going to be with you for 3 to 4, 6 months, a year, and then say you're worthless. No.
3 years.
Been together 3 years. We have a child together, but you're worthless. He's over here with her. The whole time he's with her, you're thinking, wow, I must be worthless because he's gone over there and they're happy, right? But look at what's going on though. He's still coming back. He's still coming back.
But why is he saying that? He's telling me, oh, I don't want to be with you, but I can be with you. I can give you everything. Today he told me, I can give you love. I can give you money, trips. I can give you anything you need. And I was like, what I need, you can't give it to me. He said, I don't have to be in a relationship with you to give you those things. I can still give them to you.
Right. I can still get what I want and not give you what you want. He wants to use, he's saying, I want to use you. I want to use you, give you nothing, and just keep on playing mind games with you. That's all. I just want to play mind games. I want to use you for what I want to use you for, and then pretend like you're not worth anything. He's getting supply from you regularly. Gaslighting you.
I try to go for his birthday. He spent his whole birthday with the girl. His mom told me she got nothing for him. Apparently he didn't realize that, and I realized. So now he's coming at me saying he can give me all of these things, but just not the relationship. We can just have an understanding. One time he told me we can have an understanding, and next time he said I can give you today. I can give you all of these things. And then he's telling me last night, I'm so torn. I don't know what to do. I've done a lot of things in my life and I'm not proud of them. And I'm living with a lot of stuff. You don't know the things that goes through my mind. He said, I never choose relationship based on emotions. I change relationship based on situation that fits for me. And I'm saying to myself, I don't think he knows he's a narcissist. I don't think he knows, because he said, I mirror people. I become what you want. I become the man that you want me to become. And I said to myself, he doesn't know he's a narcissist. And I'm saying maybe he's not. I was just, I keep saying to myself, maybe he's not. But this young lady before me said everything that exactly he was doing. He was doing those things to me too, with the same baby thing. He made a big fuss about me not getting pregnant. And then when I do get pregnant, he wanted me to get rid of it. And like, he was manipulating me, saying that I'm not giving him enough sex. And then he was saying, oh, my kids, he can't be around. He's too much noise. My kids are too noisy. So now he's saying, oh, the girl have no kids and he's there right now and all he wants is a peace of mind and he's getting all of that from her. But he didn't say that to me directly. He said it indirectly, like, she don't have any kids and her life is different than yours. That's what he was telling me. He said, your life is different than hers. And
but somehow he's still reaching out to you.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, why is he telling me, oh, I've been thinking about our family, but yet you don't want to be in a relationship with me. So I realized he just want to be able to get that sympathy thing from me, where he knows that I'm hurting. He knows that I'm hurting a lot. Like, there's days when I couldn't get out of my bed. I wasn't eating. I lost a lot of weight, and I was going through all of this while in school. I just finished my finals on Friday, and he didn't even come around to even ask if I need help with the baby so I can do my finals. Nothing. He never even asked, do you need to study for your finals? And he knew. One time I had messed up my hand. I went scootering with him and I messed up my hand, and that was the week he deserted me, and that was the week we broke up. He never came back around. When I'm sick, he's never available. He's never there for me when I'm sick. But when he's sick, I have to do everything for him.
Well, again, the story, it's the same storyline, different characters, exact same movie. This is the part where the train crashes right into the car, head on. Nobody in the car makes it. Spoiler alert, that's how this movie ends. Nobody makes it through. In order for you to get back to a different place, you gotta first of all look right at yourself. You got to look right at yourself. You got to be able to look at your children as a reflection of you and love on those children. That's your bond. Those children need their mother to be level-headed, because this dude over here is not helping that process.
I feel like I'm going crazy. Like,
he's not there to help the process. This dude is there to tear you down in this process. That's it. He's there to tear you down. And that's why I'm saying you're dealing with a devil. Because who wants to go around children and show them this level of abuse? Who would do that except for a devil to show this level of abuse? I'm going to do this right in front of the children and has a child with you. And now I'm going to just play a mind game with you to go back and forth as I run with this woman, this woman, this woman, this woman. And you don't even know if he has children by any of the others.
He doesn't like my son. He doesn't like my son. My son is artistic, mildly, and he doesn't like him. Like, he used to get so aggravated, and one time he dragged my son upstairs and I had to come upstairs behind him. And my son is telling me he hit him, and then he's telling me no, he didn't do it.
Well, there you have it. They are abusers. He has a criminal mind.
But why am I still want him in my life? I feel like he's the only one that can make me feel better. Like, the pain is so unbearable. I keep saying
that is your mind. That is your mind wanting to get high on dopamine. That's it. It wants to. Your mind is telling the rest of your body everything is going to feel good as soon as he gets back in here. Now your spirit is saying, no, you're not going to feel good when he gets back in here. And as soon as he comes in there, temporarily your mind gets that little shot of dopamine, and in your mind you're thinking, okay, but he's not going to do anything pleasurable for you. It's going to just still be chaos. That's it. That's it. The reason that you're feeling how you feel is because your spirit been telling you from the beginning of this, again, your spirit been telling you the whole time, and it's not letting you rest. You're thinking, no, I love him. We got a child. I'm in love with him. You're infatuated with him, but you never trusted him.
no.
You never trusted. So love did not grow in that arena.
He told me.
Did not grow in that arena. Okay.
And I realized he got worse because I knew him. Like, I knew when he was cheating. I knew when he was texting, when I can feel him. Like, I will go in his car and I can feel like there was another female present, and I would tell him that. And he always gets upset, and he's like, look, you keep nagging me. And he would get upset and be like, why are you with me if you don't trust me? He always telling me that. I'm like, because I can feel things. And then I would be like, tell myself, no, he's not doing anything. And then I would just go right back into the thing. But I can still feel him. I even dream. And every time I dream him, there's always a dark cloud above him. There's always some sort of darkness. And the new female that he's talking to, I dreamt the both of them. But there's a dog between her and, because I wanted to talk to her in my dream, and there's a dog that's standing there that I can't get past the dog to go to her. It's always some darkness, and I know in my heart that there's this demonic thing. Like, when I was with him, a lot of bad luck used to happen to me. A lot of things was happening, but I was like, maybe it's because I'm not living for God the way I'm supposed to, because I'm a Christian, and because I'm living in fornication. And maybe, like, you won't believe, this guy went to church with me when he first met me. He got baptized. I mean, did everything that I wanted because I was in church. He did. It's like, how can they imitate people? How can they become who they want?
Easy, because he knows that if he does that, all you need is to see him do it, and he got you locked from that point forward. No matter what he does, you're going to forgive him. You know why? Because you have been taught to forgive. He knows that. He's using that against you. He's using your good morals against you.
We even got engaged. Like, we was going to church, standing up in church. We were singing together in church. He was going up for prayers. Then he got baptized. We got engaged, but I should have known something was wrong, because we got engaged 1 month after, and the girl that he was cheating, that he tried to cheat on me with, She told me that he was engaged to her, and then his mom recently admitted to me that he always gets engaged to everybody he's with. But you know how he broke the engagement with me? One day he was looking for stuff for the wedding, and I was like, "This thing has nice stuff," and I said, when we have the baby, I don't want any cheap strollers. And he got mad. He's like, wow, you're too high maintenance. That's it. We're not shopping for any more wedding stuff. And that was how he broke off the engagement.
Ooh, boy. Just over a stroller.
Over a stroller.
Married over a stroller.
Yeah. That was it.
So
he let me keep the ring. He let me keep the ring. I have the rings.
So this is the thing. We could go on forever.
Yeah.
About how, he just did this, he did that, he did it all. But at the end of this, it really ain't about him. At the end of this, it's about you. Okay, it's all about you. We can try to make it about them, but the pain is not going to stop for as long as we're pointing that finger at him.
So he is a narcissist, right?
Who else do you know besides a devil that would have sex with somebody, force them to have sex in front of a child? I'm saying this. Yeah, we can sit back and debate about what a narc is, but I don't do that. I just look at it as your description. When you're able to describe this person, you're going to say key words that are going to show exactly what this person is about. Now if you're sitting there telling me this guy, we were best friends, I mean, we loved each other, we cared, this guy really is a great guy, and you ain't know, that's not what's coming from him. You talking about a guy who rapes women in front of children. No.
And I was like, I was like, I'm not comfortable. I said, they're sleeping, but still, I said, we're not supposed to do it. What if my son is 7? Like, he climbs into my bed. I'm like, what if he gets up? And he's like, oh, he didn't care. He still went on with it. And then another time, my daughter was lying on the bed, and he just took a pillow and just covered her face. And I'm like, I'm not comfortable. And he's like, it's not about what you want. It's about you pleasuring me.
So there you have it. He showed you what it's about. That's all it ever was. He showed you what it's about. That's all it ever was. That's all it's ever going to be to him.
He said that's what it's supposed to be in a relationship. When people in a relationship, they're supposed to pleasure their partner regardless to whether or not they're in the mood.
What did he do for you?
Whether or not he's in the mood, he said, you need to pleasure me, and because that's what I like, so you need to give me what I want. Or else this relationship is not.
Again, why would that be pleasurable to him, knowing there are children in the bed with y'all, and you don't even want it right now? I mean, we could debate that back and forth, but at the end of the day, we already see the facts in this.
Yeah.
We already see the facts in this. We're looking at how you get out of this pain. The pain, again, you thinking it's coming from him. The pain is coming from inside of you. It's coming from inside of you because you're still questioning your own integrity because of this monster. You're still questioning your own integrity because of this monster that you're dealing with. And he's proven to you that he is a monster. He's telling you he's gone on to something else, but he's still calling you back. You're not worth this, and you're not her, and you're not this. But he's still calling you back. He's still coming back for you. So really, it's at this point, we can just dismiss everything over there with him. You got to keep that type of stuff out of your life. The more you let him back in your life, it's only going to be worse every time he comes back. He ain't coming back to treat you better. He's coming back to treat you worse. He's coming back to abuse you. He's coming back to do any and everything that he can that is foul, because he wants to destroy you. He wants to destroy you. The same thing he's trying to do with this other woman. Exact same thing.
But it's like he's saying that she asked him to move in with him. So I'm like, she didn't pick up on his behavior as yet. Like, she haven't picked up on anything else.
No, she probably didn't.
Okay.
She picked up on the behavior, but see, again, our minds are drug addicts. We just want to feel good. We want to feel that pleasure.
He goes after girls who just come out of relationships. Like, what if you just come out of a relationship?
So if you're just coming out of a relationship, that means that you haven't done the work on yourself. You're running out here and you don't want to feel like you can't get another man. So you grab the first raggedy joker out here that you can find, and hey, okay, I'm gonna give him a shot. And now you got a story like this right here. Because you're trying to stick it out. And the longer you try to stick it out, the worse your story becomes. The stories don't never get better. They never get better. They always get worse and worse. And then I tried to let them back in and it got worse. And then I gave them some money and it got worse. And then I bailed them out of jail and then it got worse. Every story always continuously gets worse. And now he's trying to come back because he can see she done caught on to his craziness and she's ready to get rid of him. So now he got to find another place, another person to go run to with that foolishness.
But so even though the relationship with them is going really good, he still wants to come back at me because he wants that supply from me, right?
He's not going to have a good relationship with anybody.
Okay, yeah.
See, everything that you think is going to be good with him is all deception. You didn't have a good relationship with him. You just
for 4 months.
Y'all started having sex, and in your mind, it was good. It was a good relationship until he started really showing his hand. But it wasn't ever really a good relationship. It was just, hey, this is new. I got somebody new that I'm intimate with, and hey, it feels good, and I'm gonna roll with that. But the relationship was never actually good.
So what do I say when the thoughts of like because I keep saying to myself, well, she's good because she has no kids, she live alone, and it's the perfect situation for him, and that's why he's there.
So you're beating up on yourself because of things, first of all, that you cannot control.
Yeah.
She's not you. You cannot live your life through her eyes, worrying about what she thinks, what she's doing, or anything that she thinks, or whatever's going on in her life. That's her life. The same way the woman, when you were the new supply, because that's all it was. When you were the new supply, he was doing the same thing to somebody else. You thought, no, I got him. We got a child. The whole time, the 3 years you've been dealing with him has been this right here. Them 3 years been 3 years of total chaos and craziness. Because crazy people don't just act crazy after a year. Crazy people act crazy from the beginning. So you've been dealing with that situation. Now she's dealing with it. And guess what? As he gets older, he's a lot more abusive. They don't get better. They become more abusive. He's more abusive to her than he was with you. He's going to be more abusive to this person to the last person. So don't try to sit here and hold yourself accountable for what he's doing, how he feels, or anything else about him. You got to focus on a relationship with yourself. Because right now you're beating yourself up just based on what you think this whole situation over there is. And I guarantee you it's nothing like what you're thinking. It's nothing. Listen, the one thing that I can say, not just one thing, but one of the things that I can say about the narc and their new supply is their new supply is getting it much worse than you got it. They're getting it much worse than you got it. A narcissist is a serpent. They are going to torture everybody that they deal with. By default, that's who they are. That's who he is. And a male that will walk around, that can walk with a straight face and stand in front of you and your children, and when he forces you into sexual acts, while your children are right there, that is not somebody who's going somewhere to have some great luck and a great time. No, that is a abuser. He's an abuser. That's it. See, one of your problems with that situation is that you haven't accepted the fact that he is exactly who he showed you he was.
Yeah.
He is exactly the monster he showed you that he is. You owe yourself an apology. You owe yourself forgiveness. And you owe yourself love. You have not shown that towards yourself. You owe yourself an apology. You owe yourself forgiveness. And you owe yourself love. And you're going to keep hurting like that until you give that to yourself. Because your mind is so focused on what you want to have with him that you keep neglecting you. You keep neglecting your relationship with yourself. You have made him everything in your life, and you have taken everything from yourself, everything from yourself. You're doing things for him that you wouldn't even do for yourself. And we know he surely wouldn't do for you. So that's how you get out of that process. When you want the pain to stop, when you really want the pain to stop, you'll start doing work and start working towards loving on yourself, forgiving yourself, apologizing to yourself. Okay? Apologize, forgiveness, love on yourself. When you start those right there, that's when you're gonna forget all about you were in anything. You're gonna forget about the infatuation that you feel towards him. Right now, yeah, that's what's driving you crazy. Because in your mind, you're thinking, no, I love him. That's how your mind is thinking, because your mind wants that dopamine fix that comes around when you start this, oh, I'm happy now he's around. But you're not happy because he's just coming back to abuse you and take you right through worse the next time. Cut them off and start your relationship with yourself. And you'll see all of that pain just go right away. Start loving on yourself. That is nothing but energy that you're running from over there. That's all. Every day he's on your mind all day because that's that energy. That's the energy that comes from them. They obsessively think about you and you're running from that energy. So you're obsessing about them all day long because you're not, you got to, the same way you're obsessively thinking about him, that's how you need to obsessively love on yourself every single day. He has you, and as you can see, you got a child there that's reminding you of him. And if he lived in the home, then you have a lot of negative triggers around things that are triggering you to think about him all day long. You're worrying about what she's doing. Listen, first thing you got to do is put some positive triggers in your life. And the first positive trigger is going to be that mirror. When you see yourself in that mirror, you need to give yourself some love. When you see yourself in that mirror, you say, I love you. Create positive triggers. Positive triggers for yourself because you need them. You want to get out of that, create a life outside of that that makes you feel good. Love on you. It's all about loving on yourself. Raising your vibration. If you stay down here on the ground with these pigs, you know, you're going to get dirty and you're going to smell like a pig pen. And the pig love it in that slop. They're not coming out of that slop. Take some time, get yourself together, love on yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Don't sit here and let that man think, or that male think that, you know, you just there for his whatever he feel like, whenever he feel like. That ain't the deal. No.
So I listened to some of the videos and I really realized some of the things he's doing, because before we couldn't find him, if I call him, he never used to answer. And I realized that was in the early stage of him and her. But now he's actually texting from her house. He even calls me from her house, and he's like acting like nothing. He used to call me. He had a play name for me called Love Muffin. And one day, on his birthday, he called me from her house and was calling me Love Muffin. I'm like, isn't she right there? Like, isn't she hearing these things? You know, like, isn't she hearing these things that he's saying?
Well, guess what?
He's already devaluing her too, right?
He's already, that's what I'm saying. He's already done that to her. You're just not there to see it. That's all. You're just not there to see it.
Yeah.
Listen, ain't none of this stuff that's going on over there what you think it is. You thinking it's all just love and paradise over there. It ain't nothing but the same chaos that he had going on with you. If you put a narcissist or evildoer in a peaceful, loving environment, they will destroy it.
Yeah.
No matter who you put them in there with.
So that's
their parents, their brothers and sisters, you can put them in there with their children. It doesn't matter. Those are people that refuse to be in a peaceful environment. They're not going to do it. It destroys them. Putting them in peace, love, tranquility, no, they're not going to have it. So you take some time, and as you take your time to put yourself back in a better place, a loving place with you, cut this fool off. Cut him completely off. You got a child with him, let him figure that out in the court, or let him figure that out. Okay, let him figure that out. Because a narcissist banks on you figuring everything out for them, making it your problem again. He'll figure it out once he sees you're not playing his game anymore. You'll see. He'll come around, he'll make the change, but you got to make some changes first. And you got to put some boundaries up. If you're not going to stand for yourself, then you're going to just be his favorite target. Every time he destroys another relationship, he'll be right back over there with you because he has a child with you. So he feel like that's a guaranteed pass to stay in your life for as long as he wants. And he doesn't have to make you an honest woman. He doesn't have to marry you. He's looking at it like, hey, I got a child, so I got you for the next 20 years.
He told his mom that.
For the rest of my life, because we gonna always have that child.
He told his mom that he just, because I wasn't answering him for a whole week, and he told his mom he doesn't know why I'm not answering him. We have a child together, and he has to be in my life for the next 18 years. And she told him she doesn't have to answer you. She don't have to be. He's like, he wants us to be friends. We can be friends, and we could be good parents, and I could call him and tell him anything. I could, whatever. He wants us to have like this really nice relationship. And I'm like, how is that possible?
It's not. It's not possible.
Regardless if he's with somebody, I can just still call him, talk to him, tell him nice thing. If London paints up on the wall, he can come over and paint it. We can talk and laugh. Like, how you can abuse somebody, how you can leave somebody 3 times and you expect them to just be real normal about it and not feel hurt and not feel pain and not feel some sort of thing towards you. How is that even humanly possible?
It's not. Remember that. Stop making that guy the priority that you made him. That's all. Cut him off. Cut that situation off. But it's bigger. The bigger part of this is you got to have another type of relationship with yourself. And that's what most of us are running from. The relationship with you and yourself is the biggest relationship, the most meaningful one that you have to get straight. Nobody's going to straighten that for you. And these type of people are going to continue to prey on you until you have resolved that part in your life. And yeah, you're going to meet other ones too. Okay? But you're going to notice something different about those other ones. So let that just be done. You can't do anything about the past. You can change everything going forward. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for hanging out tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry about that. Hold up. What'd you say?
No, I wanted to get your email so I can schedule a one-on-one with you.
Oh yeah. Inbox me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll send you my calendar. Okay.
Okay.
All
What's
right.
your name on Facebook?
It's right here in the link. The link is in my my homepage on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
You'll hit the Facebook link, and it'll take you straight to my page.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. God bless you too. Hey, y'all, we got another one tonight, and it was an incredible show. This was a 3.5 hour show. Man, y'all all right with me. Thank you, people. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Queen Sandra. Thanks, everybody that put some of that in the bag. Mwah. I love you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, y'all, it's time for us to shut it down because I know y'all got to be tired. I know I am. Listen, get on my Instagram page. I got some videos coming out. Man, we are doing, I got some excellent actresses and actors in here. Y'all are going to love this project. I think the editing will be finished by, they said by Wednesday. So you'll see the first view video on my Instagram page. I'm going to try to put a teaser on this channel, but you got to go onto that Instagram, okay? Thank y'all. Good night. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow or today, which is Motivational Monday. We're going to do it again. All of my friends, good night. Thank you. Myrna hung out all night. All right, Don Vito. All right, jump 2020. Look at y'all, man. Y'all just getting bored tonight. Thanks, people. I'm going to check y'all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, Lady B. Queen Sandra. Appreciate you. Thanks, Portia and Dime Piece. Yes, indeed. Alva, Adrian, Leah. Yes, indeed. Thanks, Betty Boo. Hey, Betty Boo, my Cash App is right here on my name. Yeah. It's right there on my name. I thought I had it on there. There you go. See, right here. Look on my home screen. Harryo over the top 1. $ Harryo over the top, the number 1 at the end. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Definitely love hanging out with you guys. All right, we're going to do this tomorrow. And y'all know how we're going to do it. It's Motivational Monday. You dig? Yes, indeedy. Let the light shine all through your mind. All right, Star, Adrian, Lady B, thank you. Woman of God. All right. Anna, Joyful Styles. Yes, indeedy, y'all. Yes, indeed. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 9 o'clock. All right, Adrian, I got you. Roots Mama. Woo! Hey, I'm on the East Coast, Roots Mama. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here. Hey, I appreciate y'all, though. Y'all have a good one, all right? See you tomorrow.